you're going back to the World Series. Yeah. Take in this scene around us right now.
This is incredible. The stadium is erupting. Like this moment, you can't even describe it. Words can't describe it.
The Springer home run. You've got a lot of pages in your scrapbook, Max. What's that one going to say?
Wow. Just wow. Wow, what a homer. I was in a bullpen. I saw it coming right over my head.
Max, in your first World Series, you were not yet a father. Now you're a dad of 4. Yep. What does this experience mean to your whole family?
Everybody, parents, family, all the cousins, and everybody around me, all my friends, they're all part of this. But, yeah, especially to get the kids here and another World Series.
I know as a fellow starting pitcher, you had to love seeing Bassett come out there. How about he flips that 72-mile-an-hour curveball for a strike?
I called it. I was in a bullpen. I was like, Bassett, throw the curveball, and he did. I was like, I knew he had that. It was a big-time pitch. I knew he had it.
And Max, what have you learned about this city, this country, by pitching here this season?
I mean, just the atmosphere that's been at the Rogers Center this whole season. Man, the way we play ball, we fed off the energy of the crowd. And everything we've done, I mean, it's this moment right here. That's why you don't have words to describe it.
And finally, Max, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., you play with a lot of superstars. Yeah. How do you describe what you've seen from him this month?
Yeah, we got another superstar, don't we?
All right, welcome into the zone. Last night, the Blue Jays get it done 4-3 over the Mariners and send Seattle home for the season. And the Blue Jays punched their ticket to the World Series to take on the Dodgers. They will get to be at home first. That was Max Scherzer talking about the victory last night. It was a very, close game and really good playoff baseball last night. Had a couple Monday Night Football games. We are at the Little Rock Touchdown Club today. We're going to be joined by Kelli Finglass, who is the – I don't know what her official title is, director of the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, but she runs the show, so she will join us here coming up in about an hour, and then we'll hear some talk with her in the club. And I don't know a lot about her story or how she got to where she is. I know she was a former cheerleader herself with Dallas, but we're going to talk to her about her experience. But we're going to talk a lot about the Razorbacks. Coach Petrino addressed the media yesterday, get his thoughts on a few different things, and look ahead to the week that's coming up and the Arkansas-Auburn game. So there you go. What's up?
What's up, man?
How we doing?
Just chill. Nice little day.
Yeah.
Beautiful day, actually. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, they're pumped up about this. They brought the buffet lines outside.
Yeah, we're at the Marriott, by the way, if you were looking for the event today and you went to the DoubleTree. We're not there.
Or at the State House, or at the Marriott, right in between. I'm assuming, is there a little tie with her being here for Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well? Or
I don't know.
I see a lot of pink going around right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious. No, but she's big time. Ebony would die to be here today. Wouldn't be surprised if she did pop up. But apparently the thing that something that everyone wants, but it's like a very exclusive item that's only earned. These boots that they wear.
Who?
The Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders.
Okay.
Only can be earned. Ebony would die for a boot. She wants me to try to talk her into one, but I said it don't work like that, boo. You got to go win these things. But that Netflix show really blew up. What was that? Last year, maybe a year before. It is brutal. She is brutal. She's like, when she talks about these girls, it is constructive criticism. I will say that. But it kind of reminds me of when, like, kind of Simon Cowell started with American Idol, and he was just brutally honest. That's how she rolls, man. She's she doesn't beat around the, what's the word? Bush?
The bush.
Yeah.
There was a CMT show, Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders making the team. And then the Netflix series now is called America's Sweethearts.
Yep.
Which I saw neither nor. But, it's apparently all the rage. So we'll visit with her. So we turn the page to the Auburn game now, and we will be focused on that for the next few days. And certainly Auburn's got some advantages defensively, statistically. I mean, I would say about everybody Arkansas plays the rest of the year up to and including, Bryan High School would have some advantages, probably statistically speaking, on the defensive side of things. The question is, can they do enough on offense to get where they want to be, which is to Victoryville? And we will find out on Saturday. But have you started breaking down tape yet?
Oh, yeah.
And?
Offense played a really good game.
Yeah?
Top to bottom. Like you said, you could pick apart Talon all you want. And I'm bad at that. It's just he's playing some really good football. And it's very unfortunate that if he makes 3 mistakes or 3 questionable decisions, it'll cost them the game because they have no help on the other side of the ball. On the other side of the ball, however, Justin, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And it's like it looked and seemed like we took a step forward at the Tennessee game and then just went right back into the other into the way that it was starting off. Now, I will say this. It all starts up front. You have to have guys, a front four that is solid. And I'm a no-excuse type of guy, but I'm also going to be realistic. They just have they're overworked. They're out there all the time. I've always asked, and Coach Conque could probably help me with this, and Coach Kelly alluded to this too. I've always tried to make sense of why the defensive linemen need to sub in and out so often while the offensive linemen stay on the field the entire time. But I know it's a different approach. A little bit more energy is put out, I'm assuming, by the defensive linemen with the pass rush, the exertion, being involved in chasing the ball down the field. So there's a lot more that goes into it. But to the level of how tired they seem, I was looking at Ian Jaffard. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But there was a play I was going to –
You should know by now, but you don't for good reason.
Yes.
Because we haven't called his name enough.
Fair.
So other than that play at Memphis.
Yeah.
We certainly talked about him a lot that week.
But there was a play where he was noticeably tired, didn't have a lot of effort, but then I heard Coach Petrino's thing talking about how the pitch count is too high for his defensive linemen. So I was going to give him some slack. But then I looked at the clock, and I was like, wait a minute. This is the third quarter. This is the second play out of halftime. How are we tired?
Yeah.
The second play out of halftime.
They need some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at half.
Yes, it is.
I think that's what they need.
Yes, at school records, apparently, if that's the key.
No doubt.
Yeah.
If it works for Harding, it works for you. I'd do as much like Harding does if I was you at any level of football as you can, because I would say it's a winning way for sure. Mm-hmm. So there are a few numbers here that stand out, certainly, and defensively it's not really close. Offensively, Arkansas certainly has a decided advantage. It's an Auburn team that's averaging under 24 points a game. Arkansas is averaging 37. They're going to need probably all of it to win the game. I'm guessing Auburn will be a little better than 24 points in this game. Rushing-wise, they have been okay. Passing-wise, real bad. So under 175 yards a game passing. So, again, give Arkansas a lot of, I think, potential here to pull this win off. And it's basically a pick 'em game at Oaklawn. So there's the odds makers think so.
Did you hear this? Do you have this stat? But I was talking to Josh yesterday, a guy Josh.
Your buddy Josh.
Yes. He said that Taylon Green in total offense is the number one player in the country.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Is he? Number one. And
1910 plus 589.
Yeah, you look at our offensive numbers, and it's just so impressive. We have the number one leader when it comes to total yards on offense. Well, and we only got 2 wins.
Mike Washington's averaging 7 yards a carry.
That's insane.
7 yards a carry.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting into some Felix Jones type crap over here.
Yeah. What was he, 9.9?
He was ridiculous.
His last year. It's insane.
Updated odds on this game are as follows. Arkansas is now favored by 1.
Oh.
They were a 1-point dog to open the week, but people are starting to ride the wagon. I do think there's a little deflation going on at Auburn. But, again, when you look at who they played, how close they've been super competitive. You can make a strong argument that Auburn could and should win this game. But I think there's a little bit of a bad mojo thing happening with Auburn right now, and we'll see if they can turn it around. This would certainly be a good way to start it. But, again, it's just – I will tell you this. Look, we feel like Arkansas's offense has a lot of pressure on it. You know who's got a lot of pressure on them? The opposing defense. Because Arkansas is relentless offensively. Yeah. And Coach Petrino knows, and so does Taylor Green and everybody else over there. We got to score every possession to have a chance to win. That's a lot of pressure on defense. And Auburn's not great on offense. So keeping up is not going to be easy. And the thing is, if I've seen them score on just about everybody except for Notre Dame, I think they're going to score on Auburn. So if they can score on A&M, I'm pretty sure they can score on Auburn. So if they score 30 this week, you're going to have a great shot.
So it'll be an interesting approach defensively for Arkansas. Auburn has a receiver who's arguably one of the best in the country. And so you have to account for it. You have to take it away. Coach Petrino alluded to that in his press conference, and he says, I recruited him to try to get to Texas A&M.
Back then, Coleman?
Yeah, back then I thought he was one of the best. And so Coach Petrino was really, really high on this guy. So what that means is they're going to put attention his way. You can't leave him man-to-man coverage with our DBs. You can't. We've shown week in and week out we can't handle it. We can't.
Buddy, you can't leave me in man-to-man coverage with those DBs most of the time.
So you're going to have safety help over the top. Then that takes away from an opportunity to bring someone else in the box to help with the run, to help with a depleted defensive line. It's just like, where do you want to get beat? You have to pick your poison on this one.
If I was Bobby Petrino, I think I'm sitting him down and going, guys, can you just hold a couple drives to field goals? Can we do that?
Yeah.
Give us a chance.
Yeah.
Give me some breath. Give me a chance.
It's our best shot is within the first. If we let them extend drives, we're toast.
Yeah.
We don't have the depth. We don't have people to come give these guys a breather. I mean, so it'd be really nice if we could get a little bit more of a 3-and-out type situation. Go back a little bit to what we were doing at Tennessee. What I really did think helped our defense when we played Tennessee, we had very long, sustained drives, and we kept our defense off the field. But then we go A&M, and we're just throwing up points like it's nothing. Defense is like, ooh, let's go back out there. And it was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Well, maybe they should let them score faster so they don't get tired.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's I'm excited. Again, I get excited every week. I think it'll be fun. I mean, these games are worth tuning into for sure. Got some news this week. Kudos to the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Ella McCarthy reporting. UA will not host A-State for 26. And as soon as I read this, I was like, yeah, duh. I'm like, I didn't think they were going to flip the schedule around overnight. So they were basically had to buy themselves out of the Tulsa game and be like, hey, we're going to pay you, Tulsa, not to play us, and Arkansas State, here's some money for you, and we're also taking a financial loss because we're not playing in Fayetteville. Yeah, let's do that. No? Okay, we won't do that.
Wait, why was this? They had to clarify this?
Well, I think there was still a push for it, and, of course, the governor's been beating the drum.
Okay.
And she gets her way a lot, but she didn't get her way on this one, so that's okay.
All right.
Yeah, it just didn't make much sense to me. I'm like, you can't – football schedules are made years in advance. Flipping it around at the last minute to take some kind of giant financial loss doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It was a feel-good day, though, and I did love that, and I hope they can recapture that at some point.
It's our last win.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Projected cost of revenue from the Tulsa game in Fayetteville came in at $7 million. The cost of canceling the game and instead playing Arkansas State would have put Arkansas in the red about $2 million, bringing the total to about $9.1 million, it says. Low-end estimates showed a total of $8.3 million. High-end estimates at $10 million. Anyway, bottom line is it didn't make a lot of sense. So if you can't make financial work, don't do it. What?
And they're paying their coaches a bunch of money to leave.
There's that.
There you go.
Thank you. Clint Conque's here. That's his voice. 10:19. We've got a few folks coming in. We'll take a break. We'll talk to Coach. Jordan Wicks is coming up at 11:30. Thanks to Crane Buick GMC of Conway. Red White Report. Thanks to UAMS Health Ortho Now. We've got some sound from Coach Petrino. We'll hit one before the break. Today, Susan Irwin Prowse has moved to Thursday. We are going to be on the road the next 3 days at the golf tournament. Which golf tournament? The Simmons Bank Championship. Ernie Els, by the way, is your favorite to win the tournament this week at plus 900 at Oaklawn. I looked this morning. So should be a fun tournament. I'm looking forward to being over there. And we'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we're going to get all the scoop, and I will be quiet at the appropriate times. I don't know if you got the memo or not. They have moved our location.
Oh.
We are no longer near a tee box, a green, or a fairway.
Why'd they do that?
They put us in the practice area. Practice? We're talking about practice.
They put us over there.
We're talking about practice?
Hey, they're still going to be locked in, though.
Not a tournament. Not a tournament. Practice. They took practice.
What hole were we on last time?
14.
That was beautiful. We saw the approach each time.
Yeah. Well, Retief Goosen didn't think it was that cool. So here we are. He got me demoted to a practice area. Thanks a lot, Retief Goosen's caddy.
Dang.
I hope you lose the caddy shootout. I think that's today. Anyway, they got pro-ams the next couple days, then the tournament goes on this weekend. Ken Duke just missed, as we told you yesterday, but Tag Ridings is in, and Ken and Glenn are going to be here, Glenn Day, as sort of ambassadors for the tournament. And it's a great thing for Central Arkansas, and I know a lot of people are pining to get out there, and we may have some inclement weather this weekend, but I think it's going to get off to a really good start. So it looks like maybe not. Friday there's a chance of rain, Saturday there's a chance of rain, and Sunday there's a chance of rain. So here's the deal. Only the strongest of mind will be victorious this weekend. I hate playing in the rain. I played in the snow. It's better. Played in the wind. It's better. I detest playing in the rain. It is the worst.
What's the struggle in the rain? Grip?
Yeah, grip. It's just miserable.
Footing at all? Or
I'll tell my story one more time, then we're going to hit a break. I've told this story 100 times, but we were playing in the Pine Bluff 4-ball one year, me and my boy Kevin Haney, and we get out there, and it is just pouring rain. And he's like head to toe, covered in like a whole rain suit, hat, hood, everything. And I come out there in like a jacket. And he's like, where's your rain gear? I said, I don't have any rain gear.
You got to get rain gear.
And he says, why? I said, because I don't play in the blanket rain.
Don't need it.
It was awful.
Oh.
It got so bad, they stopped play for a while, and we ended up out on the 13th tee box underneath the overhang at the halfway house.
Yep.
and just pounding vodkas. And I was like, this is the best part of the whole day.
Yeah.
And then they started the golf back up and went out and played 2 holes, got beat, went home. Boom, thank you very much. I was like, thank you, I'm done.
I want to hear about this snow golf that you played.
When I was in Iowa, I mean, there wasn't like a lot of snow on the ground.
Okay.
But like it was snowing. We were at the conference tournament, and it was snowing. I'm walking 18 holes in the snow.
You do know snow turns to water, right?
Yes, but snow coming down is much better than rain coming down.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
It is. The grip was not an issue. Freezing your butt off was an issue.
Okay.
Did it look cool at least?
Yeah, it was neat. I was like, this is kind of cool.
All right.
I loved playing football in the snow.
Yeah.
When it snowed, like we only had a couple of games where it snowed when I was playing. There was one game I remember it was 18 degrees at kickoff.
Yeah.
And we went down and beat some team to death. And it was so much fun. But, I mean, you just kind of lose your mind. Those super ultra-cold games sucks for the fans.
Mm-hmm.
But for a player, man, it's a good time.
Like when you lock in before the snap, you like see the snow fall in front of your face. Man, it's like a movie scene.
Yeah, in Green Bay, you probably had played a few of them, right?
a few in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns did you have in the snow?
0.
Oh.
I can't relate. I played South Louisiana.
That's the way to do it. Listen,
yeah.
ideally, that's better. But it is kind of fun once in a while. Anyway, all right, we're going to hit a break a little early. 10:23, we're over here at the Little Rock Touchdown Club. As we head in, let me tell you about distracted driving. I'm telling you, I watched a lot of people yesterday. I was driving up to Conway, driving back. A lot of people on their phone. Stare at your phone, stare at your phone. I hope a deer doesn't jump out. You're going to whack that thing. Get off your phone. Get on the ride. And I'll tell you this, too, and I've said this before. Every year we talk about this. If you do me a favor, if you're somebody who has a regular sort of habit of looking at your phone while you're driving, drive today and all day tomorrow, and don't look at your phone one time. And tell me if at the end of your drive you're not more relaxed. Do you know how easy and relaxing it is to not look at your phone and drive your car? It's just like it used to be. You know what I mean? And then also the things that annoy you on your phone won't annoy you while you're driving, and you're not stressed out going, oh, I got to look up real quick. I might hit another car or a person or a deer or a wall or a rhinoceros. You don't know what's coming out there.
They're out there.
You don't know.
Ready.
You don't know. What if an elk walks out?
A bull elk?
A bull elk.
You better see it coming.
Pounds.
You got to see it coming.
You're going to have 700 pounds of smashed car. Don't be a dum-dum. Don't live with regret. This is 100% avoidable. And also, by the way, I've seen some of y'all. You're struggling enough while you're looking at the road, okay? Put your phone down or pay. Our friends at the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office are looking out for you. And so am I. We're back with Clint Conque after this.
So your parents be bugging, but if you ever need a place to stay, come around my way.
Car wreck? Call Rainwater Holt in Sexton.
888-8888.
8 for a fast response. 8 for results. 8 for Arkansas.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
This is Sports Center.
On a night where there were 2 NFL games, Major League Baseball steals the show. It was a Game 7 between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners. The Blue Jays were down 3-1 in the 7th inning, and then George Springer delivered the moment of the season.
The 1-0 pitch. High fly ball. Left field. Arozarena watches it go.
Joe Davis with a call there on Fox as George Springer's 3-run home run put Toronto ahead for good. It's a 4-3 win for the Blue Jays in game number 7, and they head to the World Series for the first time since 1993. Game 1 of the World Series will be in Toronto on Friday night at 7 o'clock on Fox. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
It's fall, y'all. Get your vehicles ready for all the seasons ahead. Yes, all of them. Football, the holidays, and our Arkansas weather. Point S Arkansas can take care of your tires, brakes, shocks, or just a general service with the brands you know: Falcon, Toyo, Kumo, Blackhawk, and more. Visit one of their locations today: Tire Town Point S in Benton, Bartlett Tire Point S in Heber Springs, Fleet Tire Point S in Russellville and Pottsville. Online at pointstire.com.
Arkansas Roundballers Big Joe Klein and Pat Bradley pontificate on Bet Saracen.
People ask me, what do basketball players know about football? What say you, Joe?
I explained that anyone can run up and down a grass field with a screwy-shaped ball, but it takes finesse to strategically launch a basketball from long distances at an 18-inch diameter steel hoop.
Dang, Joe, you sure are smart.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
Make Jim's Razorback Pizza your game day headquarters. Known for their amazing thin crust and Detroit-style deep dish pizzas, but don't pass up on their wings that were voted the best by AY Magazine. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, visit Jim's Razorback Pizza at Highway 10 just past Taylor Loop and the second location at the Morgan Maumelle exit. Jim's Razorback Pizza, proudly serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years.
UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine is taking golf to the next level. As the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics, UAMS Health covers all 19 Razorback sports programs, including golf, and is the official medical partner of the Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens. They're also proud to sponsor professional golfers Ken Duke and Glenn Day. Have a golf injury? Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today. That's 501-686-8674.
Welcome back in the zone. If you like the sound of our voices, you should see our faces. Check our live stream out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Now, back to the show. It's time for the Natural State Football Report with Clint Conque. Taking a closer look at football across the great state of Arkansas with the winningest coach in UCA history. The Natural State Football Report is brought to you by Farm Brothers Flying Service. For the past decade, they've been providing crop dusting services to the farmers of Southeast Arkansas, and they can help you too. Now, let's toss around the pigskin in the zone with Coach.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
I mean, Keystone Cops over here.
Come on, man. Listen, he moved around. I moved our headsets. I got confused. Welcome. We are at the Marriott. If you're just tuning in, we will be talking to Kelli Finglass from the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders a little bit later in the show. Coach Conque is the warm-up act.
Oh, yes.
Did they send us a list of questions? Stay away from?
No.
Okay, cool.
What do you want to ask her?
The money thing. That was a big deal.
Yeah, you were a coach?
Yes.
You said you can't date cheerleaders?
Oh, no. When I played for the Raiders,
yeah,
you couldn't date the.
Not the one on your
I
same
was married,
team.
so it didn't matter.
You could. I think they can date ones that are on other teams.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a rule.
You didn't have a rule with your players, though, at UCA?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But the big one
You're
was.
like anything goes, whatever.
Yeah, them now.
Whatever helps you play good on Saturday, brother.
There you go. There you go. If taking that nice young lady out to dinner is going to make you play better, that's absolutely fine with me.
I could be wrong.
Treat her like be a gentleman.
Absolutely.
I think they got paid a while back, maybe $150 a game or something like that. Could be wrong.
I think they've come a little way since then.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm guessing they're on salary now.
This past year, then they are starting to get more rights for their likeness.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a big deal.
Oh, they're NIL now.
Yeah, big deal.
Can you name me your favorite Dallas Cowboy cheerleader?
Can we talk football?
Katie Fink. Katie Fink was one of my favorites because we graduated together. I don't know.
Listen, we're joking around about it. Like, I have no idea what we're going to talk about this woman. I don't know anything about anything.
You see the crowd here, though.
Listen,
this
people are
the
nuts
biggest
about
crowd.
it. We'll make it work. It's going to be fun. I mean, I'm sure she's awesome, but I've not. I mean, I feel dumb, but I'm flying blind. I didn't watch the Netflix special. I haven't seen any of it.
She's the Nick Saban of this world.
Okay.
Like her approach, trust the process. When she walks into a room, just straight.
Well, they're the most famous group of cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Probably in the world.
Who's the second most?
Laker girls.
Second most NFL.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay.
Couldn't tell
I would have said the Raiders.
Yeah, the
cheerleaders are up there.
Yeah, they're up there.
Yeah.
Used to be.
Yeah. Okay, well, the team stinks. I don't know about the cheerleaders. All right, let's talk about some football here, Coach. Arkansas, another near miss, and I want to get your thoughts on what you were thinking while you're watching the game. My buddy said to me, I really enjoyed the game. I never thought they were actually going to win the game. And I said, I kind of felt the same way.
Well, first of all, shout out to the fans.
Man.
I mean, they turned out in big 70-something thousand people. They stayed most of the game.
Yeah.
So a shout-out to
There was
those
an exodus
guys.
at 6 minutes.
Yeah, there was.
Matt Harris was calling fools out.
Yeah, he was.
But, I mean, they were a factor at certain points of the game. They got really loud.
Yeah.
And so a shout-out to the crowd. I'm going to challenge the Northeast Arkansas crowd this week. But anyway, staying with Arkansas, I thought Arkansas did a great job of keeping A&M's punter in the witness protection program.
Man.
I mean, historically just bad defensively. And very enjoyable game.
He punted twice.
I know, but
yeah,
early and very late.
Yeah.
We missed him the rest of the time.
Early, but not often.
Not
yes.
often.
Yeah.
But anyway, very enjoyable game. I mean, Talon Green is as freakish of an athlete as there is in sports. I mean, you could go professional football, too, I think, as far as his position, for sure.
Yep.
I mean, he's Michael Vick-ish.
Yeah.
With a different style.
Vince Young, Mike Vick, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Better pet owner, but.
But, I mean,
jeez.
Obviously the best player on the field for most of the game. There were several things I thought. There were a couple of crucial plays in the game. The 4th and 1. If the corner fits where he's supposed to fit in the D gap right there after they stuff the tight end, and then it's a minus yard play, and instead he's sitting there waiting, and the running back runs through his chest.
Watching it all
unfold instead of fitting, like I'm sure he's taught to do. And then there was a couple of plays in the game where Green, I think Coach Petrino probably alluded to this, where he took some unnecessary sacks, but a couple of times some unnecessary scrambles and hits. If he steps up in the pocket, I remember 2 occasions the dig route's breaking behind the linebackers, and it's an easy throw.
Yep.
He has a bad habit of trying to escape, particularly to his right, but also to his left where he had the big run. But, you know, as many big plays as he made, it's hard to be real critical of him tucking the football and running.
Yep.
I just think from a proficiency and efficiency standpoint, his passing numbers could be better if he'll learn to climb inside the pocket and make that throw, particularly in the middle of the field.
Do you feel like he has some pressure of, I mean, I would not be surprised. We have to score every single time we touch the field. And we cannot afford one play to be negative. Coach Petrino said in his press conference that Taylor needs to understand when 2nd and 10 isn't a negative play depending on how first down went. Sometimes it's a positive play if we can get out of that situation with the 2nd and 10 and not a 2nd and 20 or an interception. It's just like he tries to make a really bad situation better, but sometimes it ends up making it worse.
Sometimes it looks like he's trying to do too much.
Yeah.
And that's that pressure you're talking about. Yeah. And he just needs to play within the system, within himself. He's going to make big runs when they present himself. But I think from a passing standpoint, if he'll just, and I know they're teaching it, climb in the pocket instead of bailing outside the pocket.
Here is Coach Petrino. Christian, if you can grab that, talking about Talon and kind of that same vein about maybe doing a little too much here, which, again, it's hard to fault him because if he doesn't do too much, they're in trouble. But here's Coach Petrino.
Yeah, it's a fine line. You know, you want to make sure you give him his athletic ability a chance to make plays for us, but we also have to understand situations. And, you know, the one play when we were coming out and we had a nice double move and had it open, we unfortunately didn't protect it well. That was one where I would just like to see him get outside the pocket, throw it away, understand that 2nd and 10 is an okay situation. It's not a negative play for us. I think one of the issues we always grade the game on is how many negative plays did we have and how many negative plays did we force, and we had way too many negative plays in that game. But then he also makes huge plays running with the ball, so it's a fine line. You don't want to take away his instincts and athletic ability, but he does need to understand the situations of the game, and you know, his maturity now, his experience now is something that he can handle that. I think he can do that.
Situational awareness is what he's talking about, and knowing the down and distance, knowing the situation, sometimes throwing the ball away on 1st down. 2nd and 10 is not a negative play. So
that was the Tom Brady way, right? Like occasionally you got to throw it away, and once in a while you got to take a sack because it isn't the worst play in the world. You still live to play another down.
Well, again, I just think that they'll continue to work with him on the mental aspect of the game, the down and distance, situational football, and he's going to continue to get better. And this is off topic here. Does he potentially have another year?
No.
This is it.
This is it. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice.
Yeah, well, again, big opportunity this week playing a team that has not shown the propensity to score a lot of points. So if they can stay on that path, but I do know this, field goals equal losses. They've got to be better in the red zone.
Yeah.
And that's running the football. That's
well, it's penalties,
being
Coach.
creative and penalties. That's right.
I mean, it's just like, oh no, not there, right? Like even just a 5-yarder, it's like, golly, you get off schedule and it's like, it's over.
Yeah. And the field's so condensed down there, it's very difficult. So yeah, you got to stay on. You got to stay on track. You got to run the football down there, and then you got to be a little bit creative. And I know Coach Petrino's very creative, and so I still think he's one of the best offensive minds there is in the game of football.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
In the red zone, I was looking at our goal line, and you as a coach, how frustrated do you get when you figure out, okay, let's just play some hard-nosed football, and at the snap of the ball, your tight end on the right side takes one step the wrong direction.
Yeah.
You let a DN slip in, blows it up in the backfield. So some people, when you go back and watch, I'm almost just like, you're one missed assignment away from scoring right here. Mm-hmm. But then how do you – I just heard you say be creative, where when you go back and watch the tape, sometimes it's there. You just got guys making these small mistakes. How do you address that to make sure that players know, okay, in the red zone, there is zero room for any type of error?
Yeah, we used to make a call in the huddle, red area, just kind of put everybody on alert. But, at the end of the day, it's about repetitions in practice.
Yep.
And sometimes the goal line part of your practice is typically on late Wednesday afternoon, and then you polish it on Thursday. Maybe they need to reset the practice schedule and do more red area earlier in the week from a rep standpoint, put the emphasis on it. You know what I'm saying? But now, and it works in the NFL. I'm not a huge fan of two backs in the backfield.
Yeah.
Spread them out a little bit. Get some people out of the box. Protect your edges, whether it be with a tight end, H-back, motion, those kind of things. Sometimes that extra body gets things a little bit more cloudy in there, particularly if your O-line can't knock them off the ball. So, anyway, that's just me. And at times you go back and remember, I had two backs in the backfield, but a lot of times, we were faking, passing a flat. Doing some type of trickeration. But maybe that'll help to clear things up for the running back and get a few extra bodies outside the box.
Do you, in goal line, when we try to make it simple, do you break the huddle with two potential plays based off what you get?
No.
Because I say that what I saw on tape, they're starting to make sure that Talon does not have that little read option thing that he has, where he pulls it. Very successful against Ole Miss, had some against Tennessee. And so they committed. Safeties down in the box, back of the end zone, wide open, two receivers man-to-man.
Yep.
Do you see that and maybe do a quick can or something?
No.
Okay.
And the reason why is because I want them to be focused on exactly what they get. When you get inside the 3-yard line, I don't want them thinking about anything else other than their assignment, knocking the guy off the ball.
Got you.
Okay.
If you're hearing a loud crowd behind us, it's because we're at the Marriott and everybody's lined up to see Kelli Finglass. So quite the crowd already on hand. They're going to open the doors here shortly, so it'll quiet down in our background a little bit here. But quite a day here. So let's turn the page to Auburn, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, give it to me.
I think there's some discombobulation going down on the plains.
Ain't no doubt.
Ain't no doubt. So I think this is a good opportunity to get. We need another big crowd in Fayetteville. It's an early game. 11:45. Weird.
Yeah.
But SEC Network, I guess.
Or maybe it'll be 1:45. We don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes they just flip it around, Coach, last minute.
SEC was at night last week. It was supposed to be during the day, ended up being at night. But anyway, Jackson Arnold, their quarterback, OU last year, transferred to Auburn. Not a prolific passer. Obviously, Auburn hangs their hat on being physical and running the football. I do worry about our offensive and defensive lines in this game holding up. With that said, though, I think we could score some points because that's what we do over there, with Green, and get out in space and make some plays. But got to win the turnover battle. You got to clean up the penalties. Field goals equal losses, so we got to score touchdowns in that area.
What else does the offensive line need to do to prove themselves to you?
Knock them off the ball.
Okay.
Knock them
you weren't impressed against.
Washington had two big runs, but the rest of the time it was 2 and 3 yards minus yard. But the big runs is where you get your 7 yards per average.
I got you.
Yeah, but
he's got an explosive ability.
He
for
does.
Sure.
But I want to be able to average 4 yards every time we put it in somebody's belly.
Sure.
And that's a consistency that I think you want, and then you'll take the big plays when they happen.
I saw somebody had posted this week after the game the other day. They said for all the bill of goods we got sold on a few things, them comparing Mike Washington to
Nile Davis.
Nile Davis was pretty close, pretty fair.
And I will give some more credit to our O-line. A&M was as advertised. They were good.
Yeah.
If you go back, for them to hold up against those guys, I don't think they'll see anyone else who will be better than them, maybe on par.
No, not better.
Texas?
Yeah.
Texas, maybe.
There was
D-line
one play, one of our guards were holding up one of their D tackles, and he, one-handed, this D tackle from A&M, number 5, picked him up with one hand and threw him out of the way. I was like, oh, God. You've been dealing with that all game, and we've been averaging what we've been averaging. It looked like an embarrassing play on tape, but it just goes to show they're playing some monsters out there and holding up.
And don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
This offensive line is light years ahead of where they were last year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just the consistency. And then, like Justin talked to earlier, just the occasional false start, alignment error.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of things that just drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's no shade at Auburn, but this is a good shot for Arkansas. I think Auburn's pretty good. And the thing about, their quarterback, too, Arnold, he's not sexy, and the numbers aren't big, but he's efficient.
Yep.
He's got a high percentage rate. He doesn't throw picks. So, I think we got a hell of a ball game here, Coach.
Yep, and he's shifty. He can get out in space and make some plays with his legs, and that's what
Does he climb in the pocket?
I haven't studied him enough. But, I talked to you last week about the Reed kid making plays with his legs, and that came back and hurt Arkansas.
He definitely extended plays for sure.
Did.
Also, I hope in the week that has been here so far or was going to be, that they go, hey, if they run a player in the flat, they can throw it to him. Also, if a guy starts on the right side of the line, he's allowed to come to the left side of the formation.
Wait, what?
After the ball snapped, and then they can throw it to him.
I don't believe it.
You should address that and think about that, guys, defensively. Let's go and address that now. Just saying. 10:43. We're back in a second. I just went all O.J. Simpson. I'm just saying. O.J. would always finish off his commentaries like that. Psycho. Anyway, all right, whatever. We're back in a second with more from Clint Conque. We're going to talk a little Arkansas State. Another big opportunity this weekend, and, man, they are finding a way. It's been entertaining. If you're an Arkansas State fan now. UCA back on the road, and we're going to talk a little UAPB football. Heartbreaker last week. Another chance on the road this week.
Before we hit that break, I want to tell you about my friends over there in Benton off that Congo Road exit, Wood Grill Buffet. Once again, you're looking for some good food, a lot of food, many options, over 200 on the list. I'm telling you, Wood Grill Buffet is the place to be. Like I said, when you have picky people in your family, say you got a family of 4 and you got 4 boys who all like 4 different things, it's hard to get something for everybody. The Wood Grill Buffet would be that place to be. Head on out to that Congo Road exit. They're going to take care of you in Benton. So many options from top to bottom, and they got a great dessert lineup as well. I'm telling you, the place to be. And when it comes to affordability, the best you're going to find right here in the entire state, and great product as well. So please go stop by my friends at the Wood Grill Buffet. Now, they're open from Thursdays to Sundays, so put that on your calendars. Looking for a great spot to eat for the weekend, Benton is your place to go off the Congo Road exit.
At Arkansas Spine and Pain, we believe one thing above all. When pain ends, life begins. Whether you're chasing a touchdown, a grandkid, or just chasing relief from chronic pain, we're here to help you get back in the game pain-free. Proud sponsors of the Little Rock Touchdown Club and proud to serve Arkansans who refuse to let pain win. Call Arkansas Spine and Pain today, 501-227-0184, because when pain ends, life begins. Arkansas Spine and Pain, ASAP.
It's Honda of Russellville's 46th anniversary, and they're celebrating with savings store-wide. Come to Honda of Russellville for the largest inventory of new Honda ATVs and side-by-sides in Arkansas, just in time for deer season or wherever the trail takes you. The Honda 4Trax Foreman 4x4 delivers rugged performance with its powerful 518cc engine and long travel suspension. Whether handling tough jobs or hunting game, this ATV is your go-to machine. Go to HondaofRussellville.com or Facebook.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
Stop and shop at our Conway and Little Rock showrooms. That's Hawks Homes, has been serving Central Arkansas since 1986. Is Arkansas's #1 sales dealer. Volume purchasing power enables us to offer our customers the best prices on the highest quality homes. See the world's largest double-wide and single-wide homes, triple-wide homes, and even a quad. You dream it, and we'll build it for you. We're the only manufacturer and modular dealer that can build your custom home from your plans. Check them out online at hawkshomes.net.
College football is all about finding that next generation of stars, fresh talent, big plays, new energy every season. That's the same approach behind Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. Just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories with real beer flavor that keeps up from kickoff to the postgame recap. So whether you're tailgating or celebrating a big win, make Flight your go-to. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA.
Coming up Tuesday, Out of Bounds will be broadcasting live thanks to Saracen Casino Resort from Pleasant Valley Country Club for Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens. We'll talk to Fernando Carmona, brought to you by Colonial Life Independent Agents, Charlie Schaaf and Damon Francis. Coach Z, Michael Cataldo, Simmons Bank Championship Tournament Director, and Carlton Sappa from Saracen Casino will join. It's all coming up on Out of Bounds, Tuesday, 1 to 4, 103.7 The Buzz.
You're back in the zone. Did we say something stupid or wrong? Well, let us know by messaging us on our Gwatney Chevrolet Live fan feedback or by texting our D3 Auto Sales text line at 501-661-1037. Now, let's get back to the show.
All right, back here at the Little Rock Touchdown Club. The ladies are, there's some dudes here too, but there are a lot of women. There are going to be more women at this meeting than anyone in the history of the club, I think, Coach. And I'm not sure if you could name a woman on earth who would come to this thing that would attract more interest and fandom. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm looking forward to who? Taylor Swift. Okay, fair point, Christian.
Yeah.
I guess you can.
Hey, Christian. This is my first time hearing from him.
He back.
Hey.
Yep. All right, so let's turn the page to Arkansas State, Coach.
Yep.
They have scored upsets, one at home, one on the road, the last 2 games out by the skin of their teeth. But, man, they're finding a way, and that's fun to see. Going on the road again this week, right?
Nope.
Home? Okay.
Yep. They host Georgia Southern.
They're
2.5 favorite, 2.5-point favorite. My man Van Andel walked it off last week.
Clune is a stud.
I'm telling you now.
I said last week he should never buy a drink in Jonesboro again.
I don't know where they found him, but that guy should be kicking in the NFL eventually. But anyway, he walked off from 38. Another come from behind win. Jalen Rayner playing out of his mind. Corey, they're being opportunistic on defense, creating turnovers. Big game in Jonesboro as they march towards bowl eligibility. So my challenge, I looked at the standings. I looked at the average attendance in the Sun Belt, and they rank like 3rd from the bottom. And so my challenge this week is for the people in Northeast Arkansas to turn out, turn up. You got Georgia Southern in town.
Night game,
get that 4th win. Because they've got some tough ones later. At Troy, they got Southern Miss, at App State. They've got some tough ones down the road. So this is one they can get.
Let's get bowling.
This will give them, they'll be 3/4 of the way or 2/3 of the way, however you want to.
Listen, Arkansas State, you're our only hope, Obi-Wan, to get to a postseason game. I need you guys to get there so we have something to keep an eye on.
And the fans will be a big part of this game if they'll show up and show out. Those guys are playing good football right now.
I'm going to say this, too, and I'm not trying to rub salt in your wound, but I'm just going to say it. Say it. Y'all got this thing with Arkansas where you don't like them, you don't respect them, you don't appreciate them. Mm-hmm. They put a lot of butts in the seats last week for a team that's only won a couple games. So y'all got no excuse. Yeah. Go support your team.
And look, it's entertaining. It really is. Jalen Rayner now.
He's fun.
He is fun to watch.
Absolutely. Yep. All right. Talk to me.
UCA. They're coming out of an open date. They've got to go to West Georgia. A little bit of a paper tiger. I think you and I both agree on that. They started out 5-0. A couple of nice wins in there, but they've lost 3 in a row. Is that correct?
Who?
West Georgia.
3 in a row?
3 in a row.
Austin Peay, Abilene Christian, Tarleton.
Yep, and that's a gauntlet for sure.
Absolutely.
UCA will get some of that at the end of the year. But I think UCA's hitting their stride now. The timing with Austin Myers, he's back healthy. He's the straw that stirs the drink for sure. A bevy of wide receivers that are making plays throughout the game, and, of course, Landon Chambers. Defensively, I think you told me they get a couple of guys back. on the front side, on the defensive line and on the back end. So if they can stop the run against West Georgia, make them one-dimensional, they don't like throwing the ball. They're not very good at it. I look for UCA to go on the road and get another win.
I don't know why not.
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Back home and keep it rolling, baby.
Keep that momentum.
All right, UAPB Heartbreak City last weekend, Coach. Heartbreak City.
Yeah, lost it. I had to lead pretty much the whole game. Lost in the last minute, 40 seconds. I don't know much about this Christian Peters, but he's playing very well at quarterback, putting up big numbers. He is turning the ball over, and that hurt him. But they had a real opportunity to get Grambling. It's not the Grambling of Eddie Robinson, but still, it's a name and another win. But they got another chance this week on the road at Bethune-Cookman, who routed Southern. There'll probably be a coaching change at Southern in the coming weeks. Two of their losses were against FBS opponents, one of them Miami. So it's going to be a tough get, but maybe they can take some momentum from playing well last week, go on the road, and maybe try to steal one.
Coach, a career day from Andrew Miller, leading the Harding Bisons to a victory last weekend, 2-9-8 if you need him, on 21 carries or something?
Yeah, 21 carries, 298, and 4 touches.
It's a good day. Did you hear about the kid I was talking about yesterday?
The 500-something yard guy?
Yes.
Oh, from Curry College?
Division III.
Insane.
Insane.
On
20 carries.
Yeah. I had that in my notes here.
Wild.
But, hey, here's the other piece. Miller's the from Harding Academy.
Yep.
The other young man, Clark Griffin, was the National Defensive Player of the Week. How about that? They had 2 National Players of the Week from Harding. This guy had 18 tackles, couple of fumble recoveries, transfer from University of Alabama.
Let me tell you about him real quick. Coach Simmons sent me a note about him today. The kid is 5'7".
Yes.
5'7".
I'm going to say he was a walk-on at Alabama.
I'm going to guess so.
Yep.
He said that he holds the Harding all-time record in tackles and tackles for loss and leads the GAC currently in both. He said you would literally tower over him. That's saying something. What a stud.
Yep. So, they handle on the road against Henderson. Nice win. I see easy sailing the rest of the conference. The game of the week this week, the only chance that the Great American Conference has to get 2 teams in the postseason is Southern Arkansas now. They've got one loss, but they've got a tough gauntlet themselves. They've got to go to Ouachita.
Okay.
Always tough place to play.
You bet.
They've got to go to East Central, and they've got Southeast Oklahoma at home. So the 2 best Oklahoma teams, and I put quotation marks on that. But if they can run through that, they're going to finish the season 9-1, and they're ranked 25th in the nation.
You got to get them in the playoffs.
So they're poised. They're poised to be that second team to get in.
Poised.
Okay. There you go.
What about you want to go to high school?
Yeah. My team of the week last week is Lake Village. I don't even know their mascot.
Oh.
The Lake Village Lakers.
Villagers. I don't know.
Is it the Lakers?
I have no idea.
So they have been historically horrendous in football. Is that over-exaggerating?
They should be the Lake Village
Leopards.
What's the food that you eat that's got the masa corn on it? The
masa?
Tamales.
Okay.
There's a famous Rota's Tamales down there, famous in Lake Village.
Either way.
Okay.
Either way, they have not been very successful in 25 years of football in Arkansas. They hosted Fordyce, one of the top 2 ranked teams.
Redbugs.
The Redbugs. And beat them 21-6.
Come on, wow.
Unbelievable.
What an effort by the Beavers.
The Beavers, there you go. How many Beavers are in Lake Village, Arkansas? I don't know. But
Lake Village Beavers. Makes sense. There's water there. It's a lake.
Yeah.
They're damming stuff up. You know what they say down there? Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I'm telling you guys, that's the upset. That is the upset so far this year in high school football in the state of Arkansas, in my opinion. This week, PA at Conway.
Yep.
All right. Conway's got to be careful there. But PA, has had a rough year.
Quit it.
But the two games of the week is Bentonville at Rogers, number 2 at number 3.
Awesome.
Big game.
Wow.
A lot of points probably.
Where's that at? At Rogers?
At Rogers.
Rogers scoring like 70 a game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Gross.
And then my man Zach Clark.
The best game of the weekend is 7-0 against 7-0 right here on the Buzz. Don't miss it.
Joe T. at Searcy. Yes, sir.
I got to hang out with Zach Clark this weekend.
Oh, awesome.
What a stud.
Oh, he is.
I love Zach Clark. What a great dude.
He was a pretty good football player, too.
He was a great football player, and what a great guy. But anyway, we got to hang out a little bit. His son's a Phi Delta, my son's a Phi Delta.
Yep.
And we watched the whole Vanderbilt game together. We're all like, oh, my gosh, this Pavia kid, he's ridiculous. But I'm rooting for Coach. And, again, no shade at Joe T. Hope y'all put up a good effort. It's an uphill climb. Even though Searcy's at home, that's a tough ass.
That's a tough get right there.
Boy, Robinson's nasty.
Yep.
That'd be a great game.
Yeah, so those two games, Bentonville at Rogers, Joe T at Searcy, those are the games of the week. I can't wait to see those games. Get out and support high school football Friday night. Only a few weeks left, a couple of weeks left, so get out and support the group.
Piggy Smalls is a psychopath, but he did make a great point here on our D3 Auto Sales text line. I've never even heard of a quarterback having 500 yards on 20 completions, let alone a running back having 500 yards rushing. Did you see the video of this kid?
No, I didn't see the video.
It didn't look as bad as like Arch did against his high school competition, but he was like so much faster than everybody else. But it looked like it was reasonable. This guy sent me a picture of the pronunciation. This place is called I can't even say it right. The way Basil pronounced it, I was giving him a hard time. Marriott. I've always said Marriott. My entire life it's been Marriott. It's Marriott.
I think commercials say Marriott too.
Yeah, the commercials say
But there's an O in there.
There is, but the guy gave me the pronunciation. I don't know where he found it, and if that's accurate.
Is it French?
Baz says Marriott.
Marriott?
Baz does.
But it's the way it was pronounced in this thing this guy sent me. But yes, I think it's Marriott in the commercials too, Christian, so I should go with that. Okay. Well, listen.
Maybe we Americanized it and just said Marriott. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you would think it's Searcy, too, in some of our commercials that you hear, but I won't, name
Stuttgart.
Stuttgart, yes. Auburn's starting center's out for the year. They are starting a 17-year-old freshman. That should go well. If the UAA would go ahead and announce Bobby as the head coach, will that give us any sort of advantage? I don't see how. What do you think if you're going to bet today?
Advantage as far
Bobby,
as
yes or no?
Oh.
Today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's probably right. All right, we're up against it. We'll be back.
Next week?
Yes. We're going to see Lance Gasaway, our sponsor from Farm Brothers Flying Service, talking horses and football.
By the dynamic music duo, Cliff and Susan Prowse. Big Red Dog Productions. Your gateway to music excellence, offering music production, artist development, with a proven track record of award-winning events. From recording the songs you've written to learning how to book and play crowd-engaging shows, their Entertainers Academy can ignite your music career. Visit BigRedDogProductions.com. Your path to a full-time music career awaits.
You know their stories. You know their swings. For these icons, there's no slowing down in sight. Legendary action returns to Pleasant Valley Country Club in Little Rock, Arkansas for the Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens on October 24th through the 26th. Tickets on sale now at SimmonsBankChampionship.com.
Beechwood Hospitality presents coverage of the Dallas Cowboys on 103.7 The Buzz. Beechwood Hospitality, the leader in hotel property management.
A lot of talk.
Why do you have to talk like that?
And a lot more attitude.
You have a problem? Turn off your station.
103.7 The Buzz. KABZ, Little Rock.
Was found in Lonoke County over the weekend. Paul was found in a ditch along Highway 256 near the Mulberry Cemetery. His body was sent to the state crime lab to determine the cause of death. And state police are also investigating a deadly shooting in Camden. Police found 22-year-old Kamaria Wilson shot at an apartment complex around 5:45 Sunday afternoon. She died at 8:30 that same night. Her body was also sent to the crime lab. There are no suspects in either of these investigations. If you know anything, please call the Arkansas State Police. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Have a fantastic Tuesday, everyone.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Joel Young.
A passing cold front could leave us with a couple of lingering showers early Tuesday morning. Otherwise, we're mostly clear and cool. Temperatures in the upper 50s. Then by the afternoon, we're breezy, mostly sunny. Then into the night, we're mostly clear and cold. Temperatures down to the upper 40s by Wednesday morning. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Fox 16 Chief Meteorologist Joel Young.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
H2O Sports and Marine and Archer's Advantage invites you to their Bucks and Ducks Sales Tax Paid Weekend, October 24th and 25th. Sales tax paid on the entire store, including non-current year model boats. Factory reps from Hoyt, Bear, Raven, G&H Decoys, and Reapers boats are on site. New products from Dive Bomb Industries and Boss Shot Shell. Retriever training and obedience seminars happening in-store. Food trucks, games, and awesome door prizes from Turtlebox, Raven Crossbows, Tacticam, and more. Come stock up before the season and save money on your favorite brands at H2O Sports and Marine and Archer's Advantage.
Well, Bass, game's almost over. I hope you got those bets in on the Oakland Sports app. You know, Roger, this Oakland Sports betting app might actually make watching games with you bearable. That's big talk coming from a guy who's about to pick up the tab. But I hear you. With this app, we can bet on all the games this season with so many options. And after they kick this field goal, it'll be you picking up the tab. Nah, he's going to miss. It's good! That's bad. Bet all season long with Oakland Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Fall is a wonderful time of year. Temperatures drop, the leaves change colors, and it's apple cider time. Well, at least in some places. It is not supposed to be 90 degrees in mid-October, folks. But as Mark Twain notes, everyone talks about the weather, but no one does anything about it. On the other hand, at least when it goes from 90 to 30 without hitting 60, it will be time to watch Coach Cal's Hog Ballers decimate the SEC. Double B's is here for you. When you're in a hurry, you can pay at the pump with your Exxon or Phillips 66 mobile apps at all our 34 stores in Arkansas. Regardless of the temperature, Double B's is here for you. Because Double B's is where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We've been selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we pride ourselves in an honest sales experience and unmatched service after the sale. We carry Kubota tractors, mowers, construction, and hay equipment. If you allow us to be your Kubota dealer of choice, we promise not to let you down. Come see us on Main Street in Searcy. Hennard Foothills Equipment, we're your hometown Kubota dealer no matter where you live.
At Skechers, comfort is a technology. That's right. You don't just make a shoe and hope it comes out comfortable. It takes research, innovations, compounds, engineering, and so much more to feel so comfortable you'd swear you're wearing pillows on your feet. We have features like Skechers Air-Cooled Memory Foam and fits like Relax Fit, Stretch Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, and so many more to make the shoe feel like it was custom-made just for your foot. Plus, we have hands-free Skechers Slip-ins technology. Just step it and go. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
Progressive knows road trips without your pet can be tough.
Hi, this is Next Stop Dog Boarding.
Hi, it's Scott again. How's Squeaks doing? You can tell if he's stressed by his eyebrows. Oh, and his breathing should sound like this.
Scott, Squeaks is exactly the same as last time you called.
Okay, let's talk in 20 to see if anything's changed.
With Progressive, your pet is covered up to $1,000 in vet bills in case of a car accident. So next time, you can take your pet with you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
Leaves are falling, and so are prices at Guatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. It's a fall festival of savings on select 2025 and 2026 models, including Silverados from $36,500. Drive the all-new Equinox for under $28,000, or lease a Track starting at $249 a month with $3,700 due at signing. Plus, pre-owned deals with available sales tax paid on select inventory. Visit GuatneyChevrolet.com or stop by 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. With approved credit. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
I was hit by a big rig on I-30, and their insurance is giving me the runaround.
Don't delay. Call Jay. If you have any legal questions, call Jay for free 24/7. 501-951-1333. Jay Martin for all your legal needs. Don't delay. Call Jay.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will.
The Zone at the Little Rock Touchdown Club is brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain. Whether your head, neck, upper body, or lower body are giving you problems, ASAP can get you back to a pain-free life. ASAP. Life begins when pain ends. For more information, go to their website at arkansasspineandpain.com.
Really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving them starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear. Because Ryu was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the.
All right, 11:07. We are back for our second hour. We are joined by the guest of honor today, Kelli Finglass, and she is the, what is your official title with the Cowboys Cheerleaders? I should know this by now. Are you the director?
Director, yeah.
Director. Okay. That's what I said earlier.
Now I'm a senior director, whatever that means. I just think it makes me sound older.
Well, listen, you are sort of synonymous with the organization now.
I've been around for a long time, yeah.
Yeah, and you were, did you grow up saying, I want to be a cheerleader with the Cowboys? Was that something you grew up aspiring to?
No, I wanted to be Miss America.
Okay. How close did you get on that?
The East Texas Junior Miss pageant, one crown, and I said that's the last pageant I'll ever do. That wasn't my thing.
Okay.
But, no, I mean, of course I knew who the cheerleaders were. I'd seen them on TV. In the 70s, they had been in the Love Boat and had 2 made-for-television movies, so I'd seen them, but I didn't see myself as being one. But I was a dance major at Texas Christian University, and it was at TCU, and part of a dance major's role was to go to auditions. And when I heard a radio broadcaster, as a matter of fact, Ron Chapman, who was epic in Dallas, talking about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders auditions in 1984. And I left the campus. I actually kind of snuck out the backstage door of a show I was doing for TCU, went and auditioned for the Cowboys, and then got back in time to finish our show, and nobody even knew I was gone. And that changed my life. I made the team.
That's amazing. And so how did you evolve into the role you're in now? What happened in between being a cheerleader to where you are today?
I cheered for 5 seasons, 4 losing seasons with the Cowboys, but I had the time of my life, so I cheered for 5 years, and then I graduated college and had accepted a job with UPS in international marketing, and then this fella named Jerry Jones buys the team from Arkansas. And when Jerry bought the team, there was discussions of many sorts of things that were going to change, and we had just lost Tom Landry, and all that happened, and the veteran cheerleaders had a meeting, and they thought things were not going to be the same. They'd been told that. There were some rumors flying around, and they actually came over to my apartment. They walked off the Cowboys, and I lived across the street, and a bunch of them walked over to my apartment. And when they did, they came to me and were telling me all these things. They were going to quit and all this stuff, and I said, what? Who said what? What are y'all doing? Anyway, they asked me to go meet with Mr. Jones and kind of be the guardian of tradition. And I did. I called his secretary, who they barely had moved into the building. Her name was Carol Padgett. She's from Little Rock. Okay. And she got me an appointment with him, and I met with him and kind of expressed the concern of this whole alumni tradition and what people were saying. Excuse me. And then he asked me what I thought, and I said, I think you should meet with them. They're hearing all these things that may or may not be your words. And he had a meeting with the cheerleaders. I wasn't a cheerleader at that time. I had just retired. And they all came back, and things went on. And then they needed an assistant director for the cheerleaders, and that's when they called me. Jerry's office called me and hired me. That was in '89, and then I worked in sales and marketing for a year in 1990, and then I was called back in by Charlotte to be the director of the cheerleaders in 91.
Gotcha. Okay. I asked you this off the air. I'll ask you now on the air. What is it? And again, like I was telling you, I grew up, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders have always been the standard. Why is this group so much different or looked at differently than other very successful, very good cheerleading groups? I'm sure they're very talented. I'm sure they're run extremely well. They're a big part of the organization. But the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders have always been on a different level. Why do you think that is? And obviously continues today where you can have a successful television show wrapped around creating the team every year.
The cheerleaders started in the 60s, but the style, the beautiful women, the new Star-Spangled uniform, the hip huggers, the go-go boots, all of that was 70s. And in the 70s, the Cowboys were winning Super Bowls. The TV show Dallas made Dallas, Texas really larger than life globally. And the cheerleaders were just the right idea, really the right idea at the right time. It transformed NFL sidelines. There were cheerleaders before us. I hate to say it now, and you can't say it was the Commanders, previously known as the Redskins. They had cheerleaders on their sidelines before the Cowboys because they're an older franchise than the Dallas Cowboys. But to introduce this glamorous, sexy, beautiful jazz-style dancer was a new and very innovative idea. The 70s, came and went, but we had 2 TV shows, a poster that is very famous. And then the 80s, honestly, when I was a cheerleader, were kind of our drought. We stopped winning, and we probably could have been kind of has-beens. And then we started our television show on CMT. And there's no underestimating the power of TV real estate. Being on television just does elevate your brand without exception. And I can feel that, and I've seen that. And then I personally also have done everything I can within my creative boundaries and my resources to create new things every year.
Yeah.
Constantly trying to create and be innovative and relevant.
Well, if you think TV, this is DJ.
Sorry.
If you think TV was big, wait till you get your buzz impact.
Yeah.
This is really going to blow you up
Oh,
even bigger. It's going to be incredible.
I made the mistake by going in there. It is a madhouse in there.
Yeah.
Everybody's asking about you. They're like, where's she at? I was like, I don't know. Can I get out there so I can go talk to her? So the environment is electric. And I was telling the boys before, most, I would say, men, like, what's the deal with everybody showing up to this day? I'm locked in, okay? And I said, I tried to explain how impactful you are, and you are up here.
Thank you.
I was like, fellas, think about like what Nick Saban was to college football.
Oh,
Kelly
wow.
is to this world. And she don't play around, so I watch the shows, and I love your approach. And got a good friend, Haley Anderson, and she talks about your approach as well. What was it about it that has this, like, no nonsense, no BS? And sometimes it's very hard to tell, these girls who are growing up and they see you and it's all their biggest dreams. And sometimes you have to tell them some stuff they don't want to hear.
I do. I try to lead with heart and honesty. I do. I deliver. I make a lot of dreams come true, but I also break some dancers' hearts too. It's a big responsibility for me, but I take it very seriously, and so I try to treat them. I try to communicate to them with honesty and inspiration, because many of them can try out again another year and possibly make our team or possibly make another team. But I sleep at night when I know I've done as thorough a job as I can to evaluate their talent, and then if it's time to go, I try to be honest.
Kelly, there's so many talented people in so many different ways. I'm just curious, what is the line, and if it's so close, like, how do you determine? Like, what are you looking for? What sets someone apart when it's really close at the end of the day?
When it's really, we have some brilliant technical dancers, and then we have great showmanship. Becomes being able to entertain in a big stadium makes a difference. We've had beautiful dance technicians that are concert or soloists, but don't have arena, that it factor like a rock star's frontman would have. So once they hit the turf, having that larger than life showmanship can make a difference. Also, just being a great teammate. Unlike a pageant or unlike golf or some other sports that are more solo, this is a team. I've got a locker room of 36 women that are going to eat together, travel together, bus together, live together, work hard together, cry together. They experience a lot of life together. So they really have to kind of have that team mentality.
Yeah. You talked about building that brand, and y'all have had it started. Y'all started having some shifts when it comes to paying the cheerleaders. That was a big conversation. No joke, about a few months ago, me and my girlfriend are having an argument in our kitchen talking about this,
Okay.
And, she was a former cheerleader, pageant girl, and she was just talking about it's about time. They need to be paid this. They need to be paid that. And I was like, I get it, but there's also this lure of what comes with that brand that opens so many doors and opportunities just to even be on the team. And so I'm sure that was a big thing. It's been coming for a long time. What's that process been like? And I guess where you when it comes to making sure they get paid and compensated for being a part of the Dallas brand?
I'm very happy for them. If you look at our entire world of Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, these ladies are elite dancers now from all over the country. I actually have a gal on our squad now from Australia who moved here to try out for Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and she made it. Have had some great cheerleaders here from Arkansas as well.
A lot.
But they're elite dancers. Many of them now are college team captains. They've they've trained their whole lives. But in the business side of the Cowboys, they're also, cover girls of calendars now. We're in 20 years now television shows. They're the key entertainment at half times, including our nationally televised Thanksgiving Day halftime. I mean, they're celebrities. They've earned it. They're happy. If you see it in season 2, you see the whole thing play out, and I'm happy. As a coach, of course, I'm happy for them.
Can you ballpark the number of appearances outside of the actual football games that the cheerleaders make in a year?
One a day. I mean, over 300, 400, probably 500 this year.
So you're splitting, like portions of the team are going to different events around the country?
Yeah, I've got a group going to New York next week. May and June are always very busy for us, but we have someone making appearances almost every day.
Yeah. What are they typically doing? Are they signing autographs? Are they glad-handed photo shoot? What's the typical deal?
All of that. Signing autographs, taking photos, making speeches, teaching dance camps. And then we have a group that does our stage shows. So we may be performing at a concert. We do a lot of corporate event performances.
I've always wondered about the psyche of a cheerleader because I was part of a program growing up that was terrible at everything. And I always was very impressed with the cheerleaders who were like, they would be like, come on, guys, you can do it. And I'm like, we can't. We are terrible. And the Cowboys have had their struggles over the years. And I realize it's different because you're professionals. But, I mean, that to me has always been I've always been impressed by cheerleaders, I guess, who can keep the positive edge, try to get the crowd entertained and excited, even when things are going very poorly on the field. Do you even notice, does it make any difference in your performance at all? Do you guys do anything differently depending on how the team is doing?
That's a great question. Actually, the girls that wear the watch that measures steps and calories and heart rates, when we have a winning game, they burn more calories. But that's a derivative of the music. There's more music playing, like quick, spontaneous, quick hits, especially in a fourth quarter where they're dancing solid for 4 quarters. In terms of the real experiences, I mean, I cheered in the 80s, and like I said, I had several losing seasons, and I had the time of my life. It's not fun to game is over and you don't get to play the celebration song, but the experiences with your teammates, those didn't change, and we had great memories from stage shows to USO tours and different visits. But yeah, it is definitely more fun when you're winning. I mean, I'm lucky to have been to some Super Bowls. I actually have Coach Johnson. Oh no, this 92, 93, 94. Yeah, this was a Barry Switzer ring actually.
Okay.
Of course, that's a lot of fun. It's crazy. But I think the girls they're cute by music, and they're obviously a cheerleader professionalism and their job.
Dovetailing off what DJ referenced too about getting paid. I mean, it's not just game day or it's not just an appearance day. It's all the preparation. So can you ballpark us on what's preparation like through the week? How much practice are y'all doing?
On a game week like this past week, probably 4 to 5 nights a week. But interestingly, this last weekend we had a cheerleaders alumni reunion halftime. So I had 200 former cheerleaders, some from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, on and on and on. So that was probably a 4 hours of rehearsing with our alumni on Saturday, and then 4 more on game day. A game day for a cheerleader, we got in the bus yesterday for a 3:30 kick. We got in the bus at 9 a.m.
Okay.
So it's a long day.
No doubt.
Because we have to do our rehearsals on the field before the doors open.
Do the cheerleaders have jobs outside of the cheering during the season?
They do, yeah. Most of them are either in college or kind of in their first early. They're all average 25-ish. Mm-hmm. So I have a financial planner, I have a nurse, I have a school teacher, and now I've got several that are doing this influencing stuff full time.
Yeah, for sure. Have you had a chance to go back and work with or talk to, I'm sure you have at some point, TCU or North Texas and their cheer teams, and try to help them out in any way? Have you guys had any relationship at all there? I know you're busy with what you're doing, but
if she's going to pick any school, it'd be Arkansas.
She went to North Texas at TCU. That's why I asked.
You know where my heart really is my hometown, Lindale, my band. I was the drum major of my band.
What? Okay.
And so that's where my heart of going back and giving back is too. But
how big is that school?
Oh gosh, Lindale's the population. Well, we were 3A when I was in school. Do y'all do things 3A, 4A, 5A here?
Absolutely.
Okay. 3A. I mean, I had 104 in my class.
Yeah, it's about how big my school was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did you go to school?
I'm from Iowa, so different deal. But yeah, I'm guessing you didn't have a lot of Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders from Iowa over there. So.
I'm going to have to rack my brain on that.
Probably a lot more from Arkansas.
We're going to need a commercial break on that. And let me think. Definitely Arkansas.
You left us on a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Season 1. Season 2 coming out. What, can you give us any kind of sneak peek? Or is
well,
that
season 2's out right now.
Okay, so
season 3 is
already booked, right? Left us on a.
Did it leave you on a cliffhanger?
Always.
We're filming.
Why don't you just tell me what it was so I can look for it?
We're filming
well,
3 right now.
I have conversations with the way I perceive things and the way I guess some other people perceive things. Miss Donna, she's calling me trying to walk me through everything, and she's like, "I need to know what happens next." And I'm said, "What's the clarification here? Do I need to go get Miss Donna and bring her out here?" No.
Who's Miss?
She's not.
Who is this?
Miss Donna. She just walks by. She's one of your biggest fans. All right. She's inside, and so she's waiting to talk to you. And she said she stayed up till 4 a.m. and she watched the whole season. And she said she felt like she
what's
left
the cliffhanger?
Cliffhanger. She told me she was left on.
You don't know what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what the cliffhanger is.
I don't.
He didn't see it. He's getting a second hand. Okay. I got it. That makes more sense.
There is some pretty compelling drama though that has come out of that TV show, and a lot of it I had nothing. We didn't have editorial privileges, or they take notes, or I didn't know from one day to the next. Besides our rehearsals, I didn't know who they were interviewing and where they were interviewing and who was saying what to whom. So it was it was a different lack of control for me.
We're talking to Kelli Finglass. If you're just tuning in again from Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. You know, we've seen a number of coaches get let go mid-season this year in college football. Probably a couple pro guys. Well, I guess we've already had a pro guy let go too. Is it unprecedented, uncommon, or pretty common as far as parting ways with a cheerleader during the season? Does that happen?
Uncommon.
Yeah.
If it happens, there's a reason that's not comfortable.
Okay.
We have auditions every year, so auditions give us the chance to correct the ship a little bit if we need to. And those auditions are every June.
Yeah, you don't have like I'm here and I've been here 2 years and I'm guaranteed to be back next year. You got to try out every year. Is
That's
that the
correct.
deal?
Yes, everybody re-auditions.
That's
each
good.
year.
Well, that's a good way to get rid of knuckleheads. We should do that at the Buzz every year.
Have you had any former cheerleaders? Have you had any former cheerleaders try to follow your footsteps?
Can y'all call each other knuckleheads?
Oh, that more than that.
I think most everyone here is one. So yeah,
we struggle on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Have you had any former cheerleaders try to follow your footsteps?
Yeah, I have. In fact, I want to talk to my daughter because she can be an artist, a graphics artist, but I want to do a family tree because I started thinking about this at this reunion. I have Kashera, who runs the Dolphins cheerleaders now. I've had a cheerleader that's possibly about to take over the program at TCU. You asked me about TCU.
Yeah.
I've had a cheerleader go to the Jets, run their program, Tampa, Raiders. So I have.
You are Nick Saban.
I told you.
Oh God,
right. That's the coaching tree.
She's it. Yes.
That's it.
That's a bit. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, listen. Appreciate the entertainment. Thanks for today. I mean, you have no reference point comparatively to what we normally do, but this is off the charts.
Oh, that's
this
awesome.
Is outrageous. So it's going to be nuts in there.
That's going to make me nervous. Well, that's great. I hope I have something to say of interest to this group.
Well, listen, we just did a great interview, and I don't know anything about cheerleading at all. So I think Dave is going to do a great job, and the crowd's going to receive you well. So thanks for coming by and hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your season.
Thank you.
And I'm going to say go Cowboys. Am I going to say that?
Yes.
Our producer's a Commanders fan, though. He may hang us up if we say that. So
got to go to break. Wow.
Yeah. There we go.
I predicted a high-scoring affair, and we got one.
Yeah.
That's one thing about the Cowboys. You know, the Cowboys are a little bit like the Razorbacks right now. They are scoring on everybody, but they're having a hard time holding people back defensively.
Ooh, yeah.
But they're always worth the price of admission. It's entertaining every week.
Can I sneak one in? Who's been your favorite Cowboy of all time?
Emmett Smith.
Okay.
She was just talking to Emmett the other day, right?
No hesitation.
You saw Emmett at a reunion deal the other day, you said?
Emmett was at our game this past weekend as well, yes. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Emmett's cool.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty interesting. Okay.
Is it interesting?
I don't know who I would have thought would be the friendliest. Like, guess. He seems pretty quiet, so I guess I don't know what I expect.
I really like Jason Witten. You know?
I love Jason Witten too.
Okay.
Emmett, I don't know. He just, as a fan, you knew when he got the ball. You knew we were going to win. You just knew. And this is kind of different, but it's true, and I see it with fans all the day. Emmett was always nice to my children.
Okay.
My son's with me here today, and I've got my picture with Emmett. And it turns out, fast forward, one day I got a phone call, and it was unknown, but I answered, and it's Emmett. And I'm like, why is Emmett Smith calling me? And how did you get my phone number? But he wanted an internship for his daughter, Skylar. She's grown now and was going into college, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. He said, Kelly, I want my daughter to work for you.
That's awesome.
I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And she was great.
Well, it's a good thing he was nice to you. You would have hung up on him.
That's right.
So, paid it forward. That's good. Well, listen, have a great time here. Appreciate you coming over.
Thank you.
All right, Kelli Finglass, great stuff. Let's hit a break, and then we'll come back, and we'll do our red-white report. We didn't get a chance to do that. We've got Jordan Wicks up first, though. We got Eli Craner this hour, so busy times. We'll get to our red-white report when we can, but it's a busy day in the zone, and we got to hit a break. So there you go. As we do so, let me tell you about our friends at UAMS and Ortho Now. All you got to do is go over and see our friends over there, and Ortho Now is within the walls of the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS. You can call ahead if you want to at 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674. But really, it's a walk-in clinic, so all you need to do is go there Monday through Friday, 8 to 8, Saturday, 8 until noon, and pop in and see them. Any kind of sports injury, joint pain, sprained ankle, back pain, any of it, you get on-site x-rays and immediate access to fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, ensuring the best possible care when you need it the most. It is Ortho Now with our friends at UAMS. Go by and see them, 801 Cottage Drive in Little Rock.
Mike Washington gets in the zone with Justin and DJ each week. Brought to you by Red River Auto Group. Visit redriverauto.com. Your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group.
This is Sports Center.
Last night on Monday Night Football, there was a doubleheader. In the first game, the Lions dominated the Buccaneers, winning 24-9. Jahmyr Gibbs was the star, going for 218 total yards and 2 touchdowns. Both teams are now 5-2 on the season. In the second game, the Seahawks beat the Texans 27-19. Seattle wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba had his NFL-leading 5th game of over 100 receiving yards, going for 123 yards and a score. He also currently leads the NFL in receiving yards. The Seahawks are now 5-2 on the season, just like their NFC West rivals, 49ers and Rams. And in college football tonight, there will be 2 games. Florida International hosting Kennesaw State at 6 on ESPN2, and Louisiana Tech will play Western Kentucky at 6:30 on CBS Sports Network. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine is taking golf to the next level. As the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics, UAMS Health covers all 19 Razorback sports programs, including golf, and is the official medical partner of the Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens. They're also proud to sponsor professional golfers Ken Duke and Glenn Day. Have a golf injury? Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today. That's 501-686-8674.
You know their stories. You know their swings. For these icons, there's no slowing down in sight. Legendary action returns to Pleasant Valley Country Club.com.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part, it's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Sunning Ever Special Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
I'm Craig O'Neill, and I got a question for you. What are the 5 smartest things you've ever done? Of course, I have no way of knowing what's on your list unless you own a Genesis. Then that day you discovered Genesis of Conway would make the top 5 easily. You see, you don't test drive a Genesis. You don't buy one. You don't own one. You love a Genesis. And with the 26s they can show you, it'll be love at first sight. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter. Now let's get back into The Zone.
You should have thought about it before you put that.
Welcome back in. Before we get cranked up, I'll tell you about my friends at LeVar Law. That's right, Alan LeVar and his team over there. Over 20 years of experience helping people in situations where they need a personal injury attorney. That's right. $58 million in settlements for their clients, and they specialize in those road accidents. That's right. So car, truck, bike, motorcycle, they got you covered. And so the big part is when you're in those situations and you feel like you have nobody on your team, nobody in your corner, it's hard to find people that you trust, especially when you have to work with people you don't know. That's where we come in. We had a really good chance to sit down, talk with Alan LeVar, and I'm telling you, when it comes to character, he sets the bar. My guy is incredible, and he looks out for his people, not worried about the bottom line. Alan LeVar is going to point you in the right direction. Multiple locations across the state. And if you want to get more information about how he can help you out in a tough spot, and once again, somebody you can trust, all you have to do is head to LeVarLaw.com.
All right, we are efforting Jordan Wicks. We will get him momentarily. Scott Davis is here with us as well from Arkansas Spine and Pain, our fine sponsors for our appearance out here. And I'll tell you, coming into this this particular touchdown club, Scott, I was a little bit at a loss. I'm like, I don't really watch the show. I don't know what's going on. I don't have anything to offer. I have nothing to say. But then I thought to myself, God, I'm so good at this job. I'm like, I'm going to come up with a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. And next thing you know, we were 30 minutes in, and I'm like, I could do this for 2 hours. How engaging is Kelli Finglass? Phenomenal.
I was talking to somebody about you.
Yeah.
You are really good at what you do.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
You're the only one that thinks so.
Oh.
Scott Davis likes me.
I think so, too.
Well, we're friends, though. You're biased.
Yeah, I am biased.
That's different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get Jordan here quick. And Scott's got a little story on Jordan. You saw him perform back in the day in high school?
When he was a high school pitcher.
Did he strike your son out, yes or no?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
It was bad.
I think growing up, like, I would have been like, I want to get plunked, you know? So I didn't face very many kids that ended up playing baseball in the pros.
I think his curveball was as fast as a fastball he's ever seen. So
yeah, for
he was
sure.
a great pitcher.
Well, there's
great
a reason
pitcher.
why he's in the major leagues. And your son's playing tennis in college.
That's correct.
That's the way that goes.
That's the way it works.
If you'd have had his racket up there, though, I bet have had a lot better shot.
I think he could have hit him with a racket.
Probably so.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring Jordan in.
Conway native and pitcher within the Chicago Cubs organization, Jordan Wicks joins the Zone each week this baseball season. Wicks was the Cubs' first-round pick in the 2021 draft and has made several appearances in the big leagues early in his career. He's brought to you by GM Giant, Crane Buick GMC. Family owned, they pride themselves in delivering personalized service and dedication to customer satisfaction. For more information, go to craneteamconway.com.
All right, let's bring him in. Jordan Wicks, welcome back, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Man, we're good. We're good. You know, last week when we talked, we were staring at potential Toronto Blue Jays, Milwaukee Brewers World Series in the face. The Brewers, for those who missed it, flew the L flag as a dig at the Cubs after they beat them in their series, and then they promptly got swept by the Dodgers in the NLCS. So karma's a B, as they say. Although I will tell you this, Jordan, and I don't know how you feel about it as a current Cub, I kind of like it for the rivalry. I kind of like the fact that they're sort of brash and cocky about it, and it'll be more fun sticking it to them next year.
No, yeah, I mean, it's definitely good for baseball when you have both the Brewers and the Cubs being good and going head-to-head. So, you know, that series was good for baseball. Obviously didn't go the way we wanted, but, you know, and the NLCS was a joy to watch, so I'll just put it that way.
You're a guy who pitches professionally. You've seen a lot of great players over the years. We've talked about how great Ohtani is in general. But just from your perspective, you got a little different perspective than we do, give me your thoughts on what Ohtani did the other night.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of, if not the greatest game in postseason history. I mean, I think it's definitely the greatest game in NLCS history because, you know, you can throw it up there with Pujols when he hit 3 homers and all that, but the difference is he also punched 10 on the other side of it. So it's unbelievable because, you look at it and it's like having you're getting two players with one. And I think that's the craziness, that's the value of it. And it just, it's mind-blowing because I know how hard it is to, just try and do one of those things at the big league level. So for him to do both of them and to do it that well is something.
Yeah, just think they're only paying him $70 million a year, too. What a steal. I saw a story this week, Jordan, that the $700 million contract, they've already made that back on merchandise and the other things that they get from an ancillary benefit from having Ohtani on the team. That is pretty hard to wrap your head around, but when you watch the guy perform, I mean, it's certainly believable.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely believable for me. I mean, you talk about, how big of an investment it was, but it costs money to make money, and whenever they put that investment in, you knew they were going to make it back just because of all the media rights you'll get from Japan and these other sort of things, and just kind of the access it provides to all these deals that other teams don't have access to because they have so many Japanese superstars. And then you talk about adding Yamamoto and Roki Sasaki and all these things, and I mean there's rumors they could be going after the Murakami guy that's coming out this year too. And I think at some point they just got to change their name to Team Japan. But they're it's not surprising at all. There's a ton of money in Japan, especially around baseball, and they do it well.
Yeah, I heard somebody, I think it was Vickery, making the argument on Sunday. He's like, well, just think if he spoke English fluently, how much more valuable he could be as a brand. And then I was also just thinking, well, but in Japan, again, in a baseball crazy nation, he's as big as it gets, or at least I would think he is. I don't know if there's a Japanese player that's on par with him. What do you think about his international appeal, I guess, versus if he was an American-born player that spoke English?
I think it's better that he doesn't speak English personally, just because, or English as well, because it kind of leads that exclusivity to Japan. Because in America, you look at it, and a lot of the big, you got to compete with the NBA and the NFL and these other guys and all these other athletes, whereas, in Japan, he is the big fish. And when I tell you, when we were over there in March in Tokyo walking around, when I tell you he advertises everything, from makeup to cooking stuff to, I mean, it is everything. His face is everywhere in that country. It's unbelievable. I mean, you can't go into a store or like walk around, like the different sections in the mall with his face on it were unbelievable. I mean, we were leaving Japan and he was waving to us on an ad board on the airport as we were boarding our plane, which just kind of added insult to injury. But, I mean, that was we were like, can we get out of this country so we can stop seeing this dude's face everywhere? It was insane.
Talking to Jordan Wicks, brought to you by Crane Buick GMC of Conway. So what kind of shot, I guess the question is, do you give Toronto to beat the Dodgers the way things are going right now?
I think Toronto has got the bats to do it, and that's the difference than I think some of these teams that the Dodgers have faced. Is Toronto is a little bit more offense heavy, where the Dodgers have kind of dominated with their starting pitching, and obviously they're putting up runs too, but the starting pitching's been unbelievable. And so, I think Toronto's offense really gives them a shot. You got a guy who is right up there with Ohtani as far as superstar, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. on the other side. George Springer, who we saw last night, is one of the best postseason hitters of all time. And this lineup is clicking. So I think it's going to be an unbelievable series. I can only imagine what it's going to be like to travel for that series, flying from Toronto to LA back and forth multiple times. That's going to be something. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great series.
I didn't think about that, I guess, the travel part of it. Let's turn the page to football. We just got done talking to Kelli Finglass, who is the director of the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. And Cowboys offense is overperforming well enough to cover up their defensive woes, and we're still waiting for Arkansas to pull that off, but they're following the same model. Are you a less frustrated Cowboys fan today, or are you still where you've been?
No, I think the offense is unbelievable. Having Pickens and Lamb back together is a lot of fun. Watching them go at it, I think it's something to where they need to make a move on defense Clowney, I think, obviously was a big pickup. I think he was phenomenal yesterday or 2 days ago. So I think the defense is starting to get better. I would like to see them play a little bit more man. I feel like they sit in the zone a lot and they get kind of picked apart, which I think is kind of what they started to do against Washington a little bit, was play a little bit more man early on, and I think it kind of threw them for a loop early. But, if they can add a piece in the secondary, I think they need to add at least one person in the secondary at the deadline. I think that will help. Getting Deron Bland back was huge. Obviously, had the pick six on Sunday, which was nice. But I think they need to be active at the deadline. You got the draft picks to do it. I think you need to go out and try and get someone.
We're not going to talk about that game anymore, Jordan, because I don't want Christian to hang up on you, and I can't control him from the studio because we're on the road today. So he's a very hurting Commanders fan today. A season that started with such promise, and it's not over yet. You never know. Hang in there, Christian. At least you got a shot. My team has no chance at all. So there's that. Let's talk about college. It was an absolute wild affair last week, and we knew there were some good games, but, there were a couple of unpredictable outcomes. Miami losing at home to a good Louisville team. It wasn't shocking, but it was surprising for sure. Vandy able to pull it off against LSU, which was cool to see. Penn State lost another game. UCLA won another game. You didn't even talk about UAB. They fire their coach, and then here comes Alex Mortensen, and he leads the team to victory as the interim. That was great to see. And, of course, Arkansas, another near miss. But, man, this week's going to be fun with Auburn. And, Hugh Freeze is certainly on a warm seat. It's going to be red hot if they fall to Arkansas this weekend. So just give me what stood out to you, I guess, about college football this weekend, because there was a lot going on.
Yeah, I think the upsets definitely reigned supreme. Arkansas still with the kind of the same thing, looking unbelievable on offense, and the defense just kind of doesn't get it done. They're playing with more energy on defense. I think it's just the kind of big plays at the back end. It just seems like every Arkansas game is just an absolute track meet, back and forth, which makes for entertaining television, but not so good in terms of the winning football games department. But yeah, it's you got Auburn coming in this week, and a real opportunity to get that win they've been missing. I think it's a little bit of an interesting test with how good their defense is, Auburn, and how what seems to be poor their offense seems to be. But we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. Okay, and I understand you're going to get a chance to watch some golf this weekend. Excited about the championship?
Absolutely.
I'm assuming you've been to a pro tournament before.
I have, yes. Yeah, went to the Simmons last year out here too, and that was a lot of fun. So excited to be out there this weekend.
Well, good. We'll keep our eyes peeled for you. So yes, look for our guy out there, out and about at the tournament. We're going to be out there tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. So if you're out there in the middle of the day, stop by and see us. We're going to be over near the practice area, Jordan. So if you can swing by and say hello, please do. We got demoted. I got into it last year, and they kicked us off the course this year.
You're going to need a ride out there, maybe an Uber.
No, it's not far.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No, the practice area is close to the clubhouse. We're a lot closer to the clubhouse than last year.
Oh, okay.
Way closer.
Okay, I'll do that then. Yeah.
Well, you have to.
I'm about to say, you ain't got no choice.
No, that's right. But we'll look forward to this weekend, man. I appreciate the time, and thanks again to Crane Buick GMC in Conway, and we'll talk to you this week, hopefully.
Awesome. See you guys.
All right. See you, buddy. That is Jordan Wicks, our guy. Appreciate him very much on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Scott Davis here from Arkansas Spine and Pain, our fine sponsors. And as we mentioned earlier, really a treat to talk to Kelli Finglass. I get it. I haven't even seen her be the big bad meanie, picking cheerleaders yet, but she was just as pleasant as she could be in person. What a sweet lady.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was cool.
Yeah.
How are things at your place?
Good and great. Absolutely. We're busy, still taking a lot of new patients in. Taking care of patients with chronic pain, so we're excited. Dr. Q is off getting trained on another new procedure we'll talk about next week when he gets back.
That's
from
amazing.
that training. Yeah, we got a lot of new stuff for individuals that you shouldn't have to live with chronic pain. I just got told a story by our nursing team. We had a patient with chronic gastritis that was treated with peripheral nerve stimulation. So it's not just back and knees, it's all kinds of chronic pain that we treat. So pretty exciting stuff we do, and I'm proud to be associated with it.
It's interesting to me when you say he's off and doing that, or he comes back and tells us about a procedure, and I'm thinking, haven't you guys figured everything out by now? You know, it's like when I see there's a new species of raccoon they found yesterday, and I'm like, what have we been doing?
Yeah.
Where are these coming from? How do we not already have this?
People are out developing new tools, new devices, new techniques to access. It's amazing.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How far do you think it'll go?
I don't know. I think, you know, with the emergence of AI and looking at outcomes data, I think that it's limitless, quite frankly. I mean, just designing new tools. I mean, it's not just specific to us. I've been in medicine for 30 years, and, you know, 30 years ago in cardiology, you had to have a triple bypass or, you know, cabbage. Nowadays, you don't see that as much just because of, you know, new techniques, new drugs, new therapies. It's always changing.
And when you say training, is it like on a new piece of machinery, or is it like training from another doctor?
It's both, actually. Okay. Some cases it's a new implant or a new process to put an implant in. Mm-hmm. So new access instead of coming from the top, maybe the side, or even different a way to approach that implant.
When you, I just talked to somebody the other day who's having a hip replacement surgery. Mm-hmm. I feel like I don't need one right now, but is there, if I am preparing for the future and I want to get it out of the way while I'm young, and I feel like recovery would be much faster, do people do that?
Oh, absolutely. Well, all of it depends on whether or not you qualify for it. Okay. I'm going to have a total knee replacement, which I've been putting off, and quite frankly, I didn't meet the qualification for it. Fortunately, I've been in a lot of pain, but Dr. Q treated me for a nerve block, in which I've been able to tolerate until my surgery. So I think in any of those, you have to qualify. You got to meet criteria in order for insurance to pay for it. But it's definitely shown that having it younger, you recover more quickly, usually. So I'm younger, so I wouldn't want to wait another 10 years to have a knee replacement. So, yeah.
I was sitting here thinking about, I wonder who's running the Patriots cheerleading team.
I don't know
whether they've ever hung out with Kelly. You know, so your boys are
5-2, by the way.
Fun to watch. Listen, hey, last night we even talked about Monday Night Football. Last night the Buccaneers got thumped, and Mike Evans got double thumped.
Yep,
he's got a broken collarbone and a concussion. Thank you very little. He's out for the rest of the regular season. They're 5-2 now, and they got beat by a team that is now 5-2 in the Lions. So that was a
Baker Mayfield could not hit the broadside of a barn last night.
He was very frustrated.
Yeah. Well, everything was high. I mean, he could not hit towards the end, he missed a wide open receiver in the end zone.
Detroit played really well.
They did.
Gibbs is a freak.
Yes.
And you just get reminded of it sometimes. You talk about just an embarrassment of riches at running back with him and Montgomery. Mm-hmm. I mean, what a tandem. Yeah. Sick.
Is that the last we've seen of
Mike Evans?
Yes.
I think it's a 6-week injury typically with a collarbone. He can come back for the playoffs.
Okay.
I'm assuming his concussion clears up in 6 weeks. I'm guessing he'll be fine. I don't think he's there to split any atoms. He's there to catch balls. But it sucks. I hate that for him, and I hate that for them. I love watching Baker. I mean, they're in the Saints division, but they're fun to watch, man. I enjoy watching them.
Everybody has a day.
Also, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but can I give a midweek jockstrap to Dre Greenlaw?
What happened?
He got suspended for a game. He just became a Bronco, and after the game the other day, they kicked the game-winning field goal. They scored 33 in the fourth quarter, all feeling good, right? He chases down the referee, at him about something that happened during the game, I guess. And the referee, it's hilarious, drops a flag on the field for like an unsportsmanlike.
After the game?
The game is over. You can't drop a flag on him. What are you going to do, take 15 yards and kick off the next game? So he's been suspended for a game. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was saying. And maybe what he was mad about was legitimate. Christian, I don't know if you saw that or not, or what the story was there, but
I didn't.
Watching the referee drop the flag was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Funny.
I'm like, what do you think that does? Why don't you go slap him on the wrist while you're at it?
I think it's funny.
Bring a nun over and get him to crack a ruler across his knuckles, too.
You think the ref in, like, everyday life just drops flags? Like, his wife does something, he drops a flag?
That's an ad campaign. That's an ad campaign. No doubt about it. Walt Coleman could be the star of it.
Yeah.
No, sorry, guys. That's not going to work. It's like people who don't put their grocery carts back, he drops the flag. Sorry, that's going to have to go back. We all need a referee in our life. Walt Coleman, I need you. I need
where's
you.
Walt? Where's Walt? That'd be perfect.
No doubt. Arkansas Spine and Pain, tell folks how to get a hold of your fine people, Scott, if they need your help?
Come to our website, www.arkansasspineandpain.com, or you can call us at 501-227-0184.
You know, we used to encourage people at your old place to go get checked out, preventative medicine.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost like worse because it's like, why? I don't want to call people dumb, but it's like, why would you sit around and be in pain if you don't have to be? That's just
Absolutely.
insane to me.
Don't be in pain. Come
People are
see
just
us.
like, people who just make excuses for, like, I'm old, I'm fine. Why?
Yeah, you don't have to be in pain.
It's insane.
Yep.
Be smart.
Come see us.
Yes. All right, we're going to hit a break.
Thanks, guys.
You know what's painful? Missing a lot of bets.
Yep.
That's what I typically do, but it's so exciting. It's like Razorback football.
Yep.
It hurts me so bad, but I can't stop. So good. I love it. OaklawnSports.com. Zach's here in the house from Oaklawn Sports. Yeah, you have to help me on that one. And I'm sure it's something that happened in the game. He's looking at the Drake Greenlawn play, too. What's the guy throwing the flag? That's so funny. I laughed out loud this morning. It's like 4:30 in the morning. I'm watching this clip. I'm dying laughing. Anyway, OaklawnSports.com. Make your wagers if you are interested. The game in the Arkansas-Auburn game is flipped. Arkansas was a 1-point dog. Now they're a 1-point favorite. So people are coming around to the idea that Arkansas might be ready to break through under Coach Petrino. We'll see. There are a lot of good games. Not quite as many as last week, but we got a handful of games with playing ranked, and the Vanderbilt-Missouri game is one of those better games. I'll tell you what's a great game. We got an FCS number 1 against number 2. North Dakota State, South Dakota State, head-to-head this weekend. That line will be on the board at Oaklawn Sports later this week as well. Great dining options at Oaklawn. You know that. Always an awesome place to stay. The hotel is off the charts. Absolutely fantastic. Great music options in Kathleen Madigan January 17th if you want to get a little chuckle or 95. It's at Oaklawn. You can book your tickets for those at oaklawn.com or get your room as well. What a great place to ring the new year. I wonder what they're doing on actual New Year's Eve night. I bet it's live music and lots of fun. We know they've got that crazy train Aussie experience on New Year's Day. So
I'll be there for New Year's Day.
You are?
They got some races going.
You doing your show there?
Nope.
Just hanging out?
Ebony has something going on there, but they're running races that day.
Better believe it.
Yep.
We are going to the break. It is 11:53. We are way behind. Stick around.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater. Tuesday, Drive Time Sports will be live from the Simmons Bank Championship at Pleasant Valley Country Club. And Rick Schaefer and I have a great show planned for you. Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. QB time with Landon Leach. Trey Biddy thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. And Kevin Hoop Scoop McPherson from Hogville.net. See you Tuesday on 103.7 The Buzz.
Feeling like a family getaway but don't want to go too far? Need a true adventure but don't want to spend too much? Want to go where there's a ton of stuff to do but it's all in the same place? Welcome to Arkansas State Parks. For in a couple hours drive, you can change your scenery and definitely change your state of mind. Whether you crave active adventures or just gorgeous views where you can catch your breath, we have 52 state parks to choose from. Plan your getaway at arkansasstateparks.com.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
It's Honda of Russellville's 46th anniversary, and they're celebrating with savings store-wide. Come to Honda of Russellville for the largest inventory of new Honda ATVs and side-by-sides in Arkansas. Just in time for deer season or wherever the trail takes you. The Honda 4Trax Foreman 4x4 delivers rugged performance with its powerful 518cc engine and long travel suspension. Whether handling tough jobs or hunting game, this ATV is your go-to machine. Go to HondaofRussellville.com or Facebook.
Stop and shop at our Conway and Little Rock showrooms. That's Hawks Homes, has been serving Central Arkansas since 1986. Is Arkansas's #1 sales dealer. Volume purchasing power enables us to offer our customers the best prices on the highest quality homes. See the world's largest double-wide and single-wide homes, triple-wide homes, and even a quad. You dream it, and we'll build it for you. We're the only manufacturer and modular dealer that can build your custom home from your plans. Check them out online at hawkshomes.com.
Proudly serving Little Rock and the surrounding areas, All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros is your trusted one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. We know that tire needs and auto repair services can be stressful and unplanned, but at All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, we offer fast and simple financing for everyone. Whether you're looking for new tires or any kind of auto repair, we have your financing needs covered. Visit us in Mapleville or Little Rock today or online at allabouttireandbrake.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
You're back in the zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, we went way too long there. Not surprising, not out of the ordinary at all. We're going to slide Eli to the noon slot, so we're going to be up against it here. And let's knock out a couple things here as we round it out. I'll hit a couple D3s. DJ, what you got?
I got a lot. We got a lot of friends that, do a lot of things to make a lot of things possible, just like my friends over there. And Greenbrier, Standing Firm Farms, a place to be, trying to take care of everybody, put them in the right position to get some good orders. Holidays coming up right around the corner, so please take advantage of some amazing things they got going on. But when I talk about the quality of product, you're not going to find any better at a better price. They really do a good job making sure they put the highest quality Angus beef right in your fridge. You can start with that good old bundle box for about $200. A whole bunch of things coming into this thing right now. If you head on over to their website, you can get 8 individually sliced quarter-pound patties, and you get 3 packs of a 1-pound patty, so you get ground beef, so you can do whatever you want. You got your ribeyes, you got your bone-in ribeyes, you got your sirloins, you got a chuck roast. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. Now, I think that's a really cool place to start. Now, once you get that, you're going to understand, okay, DJ, I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to this high-quality Angus beef. I want more, and they got a lot more. You can order up to a whole side of beef over there at Standing Firm Farms. Just head to their website, easy to find, standingfirmfarms.com.
From the 479, Arkansas needs Muschamp as DC with Bobby Petrino. Dude, I would be
like
there
that.
100% and be excited about it. Yes.
What's he doing now?
I don't know. Jeff says, I Googled, have the Mariners ever been to the World Series? During the second inning, this is what I got. Notice the time up top, 7:44. Most recent call in the 25 LCS. They had a chance to reach, but ultimately lost to Toronto, it says. That's weird. That was before the game was even over. That is bizarre. I don't even know.
Is that the AI overview thing?
That is crazy. Yep. Man. I just want Randy Rainwater to know we visited Riverfront Steakhouse. We totally dropped his name and got treated like royalty, says this guy from the 479. Long drive time sports. Listen every day. Thanks from Hogtown. That's great from the 479. Glad to see that. Good job.
For over 20 years, the hottest night spot in Little Rock has been Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar in the River Market. Open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with cold drinks and a world-class dueling piano show. Deep Ultra Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays, and DJs spin on Friday and Saturday nights for a fun dance club option on the weekend. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com to make a reservation and learn more.
Willie D's dueling pianos. Come and get your Willie on.
UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine is taking golf to the next level. As the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics, UAMS Health covers all 19 Razorback sports programs, including golf, and is the official medical partner of the Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens. They're also proud to sponsor professional golfers Ken Duke and Glenn Day. Have a golf injury? Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today. That's 501-686-8674.
Fernando Carmona joins Out of Bounds, courtesy of Colonial Life Independent Agents, Charlie Schaaf and Damon Francis. Call 501-413-4005.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Gallagher.
We'll
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
1037 The Buzz.
The teenage victim was driven to first responders in the area of Salem Road. They tried to save their life, but the victim died at the scene. There is no word on a possible suspect at this time. If you know anything, please call the Conway Police Department. And this weekend, Arkansas is taking part in the National Drug Take-Back Day. You can drop off your unwanted, unused, or expired prescription medications at locations around the state. Drug Take-Back Day takes place once in the spring and once in the fall. Back in April, nearly 29,000 pounds of medication were disposed in Arkansas alone. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Have a great Tuesday, everyone.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Joel Young.
A passing cold front could leave us with a couple of lingering showers early Tuesday morning. Otherwise, we're mostly clear and cool. Temperatures in the upper 50s. Then by the afternoon, we're breezy, mostly sunny. Then into the night, we're mostly clear and cold. Temperatures down to the upper 40s by Wednesday morning. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Fox 16 Chief Meteorologist Joel Young.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Let's get it. Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Lawrence Forrester in Cabot, Steve Fisher in Stuttgart, or Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff today.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Swart in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Swart, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Swart, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
He's a world champion arm wrestler and one of QC Kinetics' most outspoken advocates. When Monster Mike Todd severely injured his bicep, doctors recommended a career-ending surgery.
Well, I definitely was never going to do that because I'm a competitive athlete.
And he didn't have to, because the QC Kinetics Little Rock medical team jumped into action, treating the damage using Mike's own orthobiologics. No need for surgery.
I think QC Kinetics was a huge help in my recovery. The percentages were that I would never make it back to this level.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments have helped transform, relieve, and restore thousands of patients with injuries and joint pain.
There's a pretty good chance that with under 15 weeks, I'll be competing for the heavyweight world title. Yeah, so I might be 24-time world champion by the end of the year.
You got this, Mike. And for anyone listening who's dealing with joint pain, the QC Kinetics consultation is free. So give them a call today.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. 501-214-5880.
It's the second annual Highway 270 Grill Feed the Kids Golf Tournament this Saturday at the Malvern Country Club. 12 p.m. shotgun start. The proceeds benefit Poen, Ouachita, and Glen Rose school districts for unpaid lunches. Sign up your four-person team now for only $300. Lunch starts at 10:30 a.m. and dinner starts at 5 p.m. Live music starting at 6 p.m. from Kimball Davis. Find out more on Facebook for the second annual Highway 270 Grill Golf Tournament Saturday.
Kathleen Madigan, the Day Drinking Tour.
Well, my parents are in Florida in the winter right now, as most Midwest old people with a car. And my parents bought a new car. They bought a black Lincoln Town Car. Little did they know that that's one of the more expensive rides on the Uber app, so I have signed them up to be Uber drivers.
Kathleen Madigan, Saturday, January 17th, Oaklawn Event Center in Hot Springs. Tickets on sale now at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
You know their stories. You know their swings. For these icons, there's no slowing down in sight. Legendary action returns to Pleasant Valley Country Club in Little Rock, Arkansas for the Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens on October 24th through the 26th. Tickets on sale now at SimmonsBankChampionship.com.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, we are back in it here at the Little Rock Touchdown Club. Thanks again to Arkansas Spine and Pain. Kelli Finglass will be up momentarily. We got to get Eli on real quick, Christian, if we can, talk about his book of the day because we never got around to it. Let's hit our entertainment report. You can line him up, and we'll knock it out.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Christian, do we have a QOD?
Yeah, I was calling Eli. I don't know if I ever actually hit send on it.
What is it?
I was going to ask, who do you think the best team in the NFL right now is? A lot of parity going on.
It's a good question. Kansas City's still the favorite to win the Super Bowl, but I can make an argument for 5 or 6 other teams. Who's the most exciting team you think right now? Who's the team that I was kind of riding Tampa? And how about Detroit recovering from Week 1? Everybody gave them up for dead. They're like, Detroit lost their coordinators. They're done.
Yeah, I never ended up
good question.
Sending it. Maybe we can actually do it tomorrow because it's late today.
I think it's a good question. I don't know. I think it's good. We can wait. Whatever. All right, let's get this in real quick. A couple of entertainment things we'll tell you. If we have time, we'll do birthdays, or we can do it later. Axl Rose, cantankerous. Here's the thing about Axl Rose.
Cantankerous?
Yes, he's been a little grouchy.
Okay.
Probably should not be performing anymore anyway, but he kicked and threw his mic at a Guns N' Roses show at the drummer's his drum kit, and he stormed off stage at a show in Argentina. I watched the video. He didn't kick the drum very hard. It's not like he put his foot through the bass drum, but he kicked at it, and then he threw his mic back there. I don't know if it was for show, and he threw his leather jacket off. It looked stupid and sad. So I don't know if he was mad about the drummer's performance. I've seen that happen before where the guy can't play in time and he gets mad. I didn't see enough of the song to see if the drummer was lagging or going too fast, like Whiplash. But Axl flipped out, and I don't know if it was part of the show or if he was actually mad, but
not my tempo.
It just looked dumb. Yeah, exactly. Were you ahead or behind the beat? Exactly. Let me slap you in the face a couple times or throw a mic at you. Anyway, that's all. That's all I got time for today. But thank you to Bell & Sword. We appreciate them. Go see our friends in Conway. Let's bring in Eli. Speaking of heading west, he's in Las Vegas on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Kelli Finglass coming up momentarily. Eli, what are we up to?
What's up, guys? Yeah, man, I got
buddy.
a most exciting team. Did y'all see that Jackson Dart Scatterboo? Not the whole Denver thing, but it was the post game interview where they were quizzing them on Star Wars, and then Scatterboo ripped his shirt off and chest bumped Fitzpatrick.
I saw that part. I didn't know they were quizzing him on Star Wars.
They were quizzing them. It was as a guy who's always after narrative. Here's these two frat bros, bloody, bruised, just played a hell of a football game. And then they're, what planet was Anakin Skywalker born on? I'm like, oh, my. And then we had the shirt rip off. Yeah. Those guys can play average football for,
There have been a lot of videos going around that are not very nice, suggesting that Scatterboo's not going to be very mentally fit 10 years from now because of his the way he plays the game in a violent way. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fun to watch for sure.
Do you think they're a tad bit overrated at the moment?
Yeah, I mean,
they have made New York watchable.
The show.
They've made New York watchable?
Yes. The Giants are watchable. Now, they blew a huge lead to the Broncos over the weekend, but they beat the Eagles the week before. I mean, they're watchable now. They're kind of exciting. They're kind of fun. Two young, energetic guys who don't know any better than to believe that, hey, we might be able to win a few games.
2-4?
I'm not saying they're good.
Okay.
You know what? They weren't good when Daniel Jones was there, but they were watchable.
Okay.
Daniel Jones won the prom, turns out.
They're entertaining for sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Personalities.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our book today. It's a film that I think a lot of people know. I'm not sure if they're familiar with the book as much.
Dude, this book for me, so I'm all that. One thing I always try to do, if you're listening, you got a kid, especially a boy, who's put books down, he stopped reading in 4th grade or whatever it is. I always want to take this second to just throw out some, if you're listening. So this book is called Ender's Game, which, yes, was a film. But I first read this book in, 8th grade, and I remember exactly where I was. It's one of those books that was such an impactful thing that, I remember who handed it to me, where I was when I read it, but it was Miss Bush. So shout out to Miss Sue Bush, my 8th grade English teacher, who gave me Ender's Game in the library, 8th grade library at Russellville Junior High. And listen, the reason this book resonates so hard for, a kid like I was is because it's really just what athletics are. So, the smartest, most, fit, total, the best the world has to offer in kids is being recruited to fight these aliens. If you've seen the film, the story's the same. But the reason it resonates to, an athletic kid is because of all the competition. They play, this basic form of, remember laser tag, Qzar, in Little Rock River and all that? It's basically they're playing that to train for this alien invasion. And it is absolutely gritty, and they put them through absolute hell, in training them to prepare to fight this. And they're kids. They're anywhere from 10 to 16 years old. So a good age range for there. Where boys generally quit reading, but maybe this one will give them something to lock in on.
Ender's Game. It's a classic.
Ender's Game.
What else has been written by this author?
Oh, man. Well, Orson Scott Card, there's a whole series of these. The next one is The Speaker of the Dead, and then there's a shoot-off. So it would be one, too, that if they got in it, they liked it, maybe they've seen the movie or heard the movie, then you can have some other books to, to throw their way. But he's a big, big guy, still publishing in the sci-fi genre.
What are you working on for Sunday?
Sunday's column?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, man, I can't give out the old Sunday's column. But
Tease it.
It's weird because I'm always a week ahead. So that one has already been put in. Does that make sense? So the one I'm working on this week won't come out until a week from Sunday. So it is weird. I try to time up things like Mother's Day or Halloween or whatever, and I'm like, wait, which week am I writing for? So yeah, and the Cougars are headed down to Baton Rouge for Halloween for the Louisiana Book Festival.
Gotcha. Okay, well that's a good time. Well, listen, we got to run. We got Kelli Finglass here, so we're going to run inside and hear from her at the Marriott or the Marriott, depending on how you like to pronounce it. So we appreciate you, and we will talk to you next week.
Always. Thanks, guys. See you.
See you, brother. All right, that's Eli Craner. And DJ, hit 5 there. See if Kelly's talking.
Our winners from Division II, Division III, and NAIA, and it just opens their eyes. So here's a thought.
Yeah.
What about
David Basil?
That doesn't sound like her.
What about we work together, and maybe we also have an appearance of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, one or two, with these young men who are winning this amazing award. Let's work together for this.
It'd be outstanding, yes.
Let's do that. I think I would love to do that. And Cliff's a great guy. And Cliff's one of the reasons that the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are what they are today. You've said that many times.
Christian, you're going to have to crank it up.
You beat the Washington Commanders on Sunday. So that was a positive.
It was a good one.
44-22, so that's outstanding. We wouldn't want to have you here after a loss because that's why you couldn't come on Monday. It's just too much. You have too busy of a day on Monday. So you said, David, if you'll do this thing on Tuesday, we'll do it. And I'm just saying it, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and you guys are on fire. I mean, you guys are on fire. I mean, everywhere you look, social media-wise, it's really remarkable. And you've got a great story. But the first thing I want to talk about is that the fact that you've got Arkansas connections. And so I didn't know that when I first reached out. And I love the story of your grandmother. So, Anita, let's show some of the pictures of Grandma Polly. So this is Grandma Polly on the right. That's your mom behind, and that's your grandfather right there. And it's Cecil, right?
Yeah. Okay. Way to make me cry right off.
So
yeah, that's my grandfather Cecil. My mother was a little one, Cecile, and Grandma Polly, and she's from Clinton. She was one of 7 from Clinton, Arkansas, and then they were in Little Rock. So as a young child, I would come to Little Rock for family reunions. She lived on Scott Street, 2411 Scott Street, and the Veterans Hospital was behind her. I remember that address because when we moved to Lindale in East Texas, I'd write my grandmother letters, good old-fashioned handwritten letters, and so her address is one of the few things I can still remember these days. She lived to be 100. She's a great lady.
I love the... So, Anita, if you don't mind, just because I know how special she was, I saw the comments you made at her funeral. That was in Cabot. She's buried in Cabot. Anita, if you'll show me number 2, number 3. This is a picture of that's her to the left, Grandma Polly, and your mom to the right. You just see how much of a pistol she is. And the next picture is the one of you and your daughter, Samantha, your mom and grandmother. I love what she said. This is one of my favorite things. You said you learned everything with your grandmother, Grandma Polly. She taught you how to fish, how to garden, how to flirt, and how to burp.
It's all true. It took a Dr. Pepper, though. You had to drink a Dr. Pepper.
She lived to be 100 in the handwritten notes. And so we've offered that to Kelli today. If she wants to take her family to Cabot, we've offered to do that, or to Scott Street. We'd love to see that happen. Of course, the other connection is the Jerry Jones family. You know, I played football with Stephen Jones. Of course, back when I played, nobody knew who Jerry Jones was, to the most part. And so, obviously, you know, there's a great Arkansas connection. But you really don't get back to Arkansas very much. So this is a unique situation.
No, this is a real treat. It really is.
I love the fact that when talking about all the things that you've achieved, and for the young ladies in here, I want you to listen very closely. So you always say, every interview that I saw, everything goes back to Lindale High School. Goes back to you being a drum major. Goes back to you being a student council president. For those who don't know where Lindale is, it's right by Tyler, Texas, right?
Right.
And if you look at some of the people that have been there, Miranda Lambert is from Lindale. Dallas Holmes, for you gospel singers, the gospel fans. Patrick Holmes, the father of Pat Holmes, the father of Patrick Holmes, all out of Lindale. But you give a lot of credit. I want to show the picture, if you can, real quick, Anita, of you in your band suit. Number 4. Look at that right there. So that's where it all started, and there's one more shot of you leading the band. So you actually, and I'll do the same thing for me. I'll go back. My high school was the beginning of any success that I share today, and it was for you. You talk about everything that you sort of do now started there.
It did. I am fortunate to have had great educators in my life, and one in particular was my band director. His name is Mr. Omni. And in Lindale, you wanted to be in the band. I know people call it band nerds and stuff, but in Lindale, even our football players were in our band. So I had my eyes set on being in the band. I played flute and piccolo, but this is a very small town, and we were known as the pride of Lindale, and we won every competition we ever entered. But I learned from Mr. Omni at a very young age the benefits of hard work, what excellence meant, what yard lines meant. I learned about music and scores and everything, and discipline and respect. And so to be now leading the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, it came very natural to me because I'd been trained in an environment of respect, and hard work matters, music, performance, and stadium. But yeah, I'm still friends with his son, Travis. Mr. Omni passed away, and I had the privilege of speaking at his funeral. But yeah, if you're an educator in the room or a parent, my biggest most important thing for my children and for me is my belief can change someone's life, a good teacher. So if there's any teachers in here, amen to you.
Yeah, I so love that, especially we've got teachers here that are coaching, and that I love that you always give credit to them. So from Lindale, you go to TCU, and I thought maybe for a minute when I was doing my research that I would have, so I played for the Razorbacks. We're about the same age, and so I thought maybe you were cheering at TCU when I played at Arkansas, but you transferred to North Texas before I got a chance to play you guys, and so at North Texas you got your degree in international marketing. And you became a cheerleader as a college student.
Yeah, I was a freshman at TCU. I was a dance major. Shout out to all the dancers over there. And then when I tried out for the Dallas Cowboys, thanks to a radio broadcaster that talked about the auditions on a radio, that's how I found out about the auditions. When I made the Dallas Cowboys, our first meeting, we were told you must reside in Dallas, Texas. And me being the rule follower that I was, took that literally. And I moved out of Fort Worth, where TCU was, and told my mom I'm dropping out of college. She was so pissed. But my dad was excited because I was going to the Cowboys. Anyway, I cheered for the Cowboys for 5 years, and I also had a part-time job. I worked for Kelli Services. Do you guys have Kelli Services here?
I remember it.
So I'm Kelli Services. This is Kelli. May I help you? Did that for 4 years, and then went back to school at North Texas, and that's when I decided, hey, I really like this business class. Again, one teacher, his name was Prakash. One teacher totally changed my trajectory in my college degree, which became marketing, international marketing.
By the way, too, when you were cheering for the Cowboys, we'll get to a little bit later, but they were not good years. You didn't have I think you had one winning season in those years, and you also got the front end of Jimmy Johnson. So you did get a chance to experience the positive, but you were still cheering. And I think you're the last cheerleader to ever be invited to come back without an audition, which you won't do anymore. You won't do that for your own students. You're the last one, and you'll make sure nobody else does that, right?
I have to cement my legacy.
You're in control of that. So I do want to do this real quick. So I know a lot of people in this room don't know a lot of history of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. So let's first, Anita, back in the back with Arkansas PBS, show us the picture of the current class, 2025-26, of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Most of the girls in here who watch the show know this group. It's a great group. I was able to watch them. The show is for the previous year. So, but let's go back to 1961, the first year of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. That's what you have right there. Let's go to the next one, 1964. 1967. And then all of a sudden, at this point, 1970, you saw a change. And so at this point, D. Brock was the original person who, again, we're standing on the shoulders of those before us. D. Brock was the first director, and you had high school students doing that, and they were all trying to do their best. And then all of a sudden, Tex Schramm, who you have to admit, Kelly, was a visionary. He was a TV guy and said, I think we need to do more than the standard cheerleader that we know with what we see normally. Tell everybody sort of that transition that happened, and then the fact who he chose right in his own office to lead the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Well, Dee Brock, that you had in the picture, was the original director, and she was an educator. She was a school teacher as well. She actually went on, she got her PhD in education, but she started online classes for the community colleges in Texas. We'd had the high school style dancers that went, it was a county, high school, Dallas County only tryouts. We had men a couple years, they renamed themselves the Bells and the Bows. That didn't go over so well. And then in 71, when the Cowboys went to a Super Bowl, Dee came back from New Orleans with younger than 18-year-olds, and she went to Mr. Schramm. We called him Schramm. She went to Mr. Schramm and said, I've got to have adults. They've got to be at least 18, and I want to have professional dancers, and I want my friend Texie Waterman from the Dallas Summer Musicals to choreograph them. And Texie was a Broadway-style dancer, red hair, very sexy. She'd smoke cigarettes at our practice. We just thought that was so cool. But she hired Texie and said, I'll split my paycheck with you. I think Dee said she made $500 a year because it was a little part-time gig. And Texie and Tex and Dee, the three of them, joined minds, hired a designer, started the uniform that is still worn today, and now is in the Smithsonian Institute. But that's when we changed the look. Go-go boots, beautiful dancers with kind of a Texas sexy style about them.
Well, let's show Anita. In 1972, this was the second Super Bowl. That was the first group. I think there were 7, right? You had 60 tryout, had 7. These were your finalists, and all of a sudden, I'm telling you, for guys like me, when I don't know how old, I was 8 or 9, I was like, all right, I'm paying attention now to the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. And so I'm sure they probably caught some grief at that time because nobody had done anything like that, to have the dance and have, as opposed to the standard cheer and those uniforms. But Tex Schramm also realized, and he was smart, he got, Suzanne Mitchell, which was your, and it's just, I think it's amazing, people who have vision to say, hey, I think we can do something different. And I'm sure they were probably criticized at the time, but this is what I love about the 70s, and you've always said it. What happened in the 70s in Dallas? First of all, our friend Cliff Harris and Roger Staubach went to 5 Super Bowls in 10 years. What was the number 1 TV show in America? Dallas, 1978. Who had the star on their helmet? Dallas did, America's team. You even had made-for-TV movies. I was trying to think. Jane Seymour was in a Dallas Cowboy made-for-TV movie. So you guys exploded. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders exploded in the 70s.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. We had a very famous poster, and I think I saw one here today. It was 1977. Then we had 2 made-for-television movies, plus the cheerleaders did The Love Boat. That was a huge good time back then. And, yeah, everything that was glamorous and larger than life was Dallas, Texas. You were a Texas girl. Obviously, you were in Lindale. Did that impact you to go, oh, my gosh, I want to be a part of that? Was that influential? I remember seeing the cheerleaders on a movie. At the time, I had my sights on a crown. I wanted to be Miss America. That didn't quite work out. But, yeah, I mean, I saw the cheerleaders on television, but I didn't really see myself as making it. They seemed too pretty and too glamorous and too far away from my reach. But I love the fact, I showed you some of the pictures. Let's go to 1988, Anita, number 12. Let's look and see if you recognize, go to the very bottom of the photo. There's Kelli Finglass right there at the bottom. That was 1988. And then the next shot is we saw that in the So you listen, can I tell you again, I see nothing the matter with that big hair. So that was in the 80s. Yes, Final net hairspray. Way too much. So this, I think, is what interesting. So you cheer for 5 years, you finish, and you decide you end up going to work for the Cowboys. That was the transition that was happening from Tom Landry, which was, listen, I met Tom Landry. He was an amazing guy. It was sort of tough, but you felt that Jerry Jones needed to know the facts about the Cowboys, and you asked if you could have a meeting with him, and you had a vision then, maybe what the Cowboy cheerleaders could do. It was a little more adversarial than that. Jerry had just bought the team. I had left, I'd retired, rather. My director, Suzanne Mitchell, was gone. Tex Schramm was gone. We had new ownership. Then Tom Landry was released. And there were, I think, 14 veteran cheerleaders that had a meeting with some management and that had also already exited the scene. And they were walking, they were quitting. And they literally walked, I lived across the street from our headquarters in Valley Ranch, and they literally walked across the street to my apartment in tears about leaving the Cowboys. And I could tell none of them really knew why. Nobody knew why. And I was like, who told you what? Did you talk to Mr. Jones and this and that? So to make a long story short, they asked me if I would go meet with him. So I did. I called the offices. His secretary's name is a gal from Little Rock, Carol Paget. And I asked if I could have an appointment with him, and I did. And I went over to meet with him, not to get a job, but to be a protector, a guardian of the tradition of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and explain what it meant and how many people it impacted. And nobody wanted anything to change. They wanted to stay true to who the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders were. And we had a nice meeting, and then I left and my job was done. And then the interim director, she actually left as well. So there were transitions. People don't like change. And then they called me and hired me for assistant director. And then I did that for 1 year, and then there was this guy coming, bucket was full with cheerleading and dance. Oops. And the only thing, I thought the interview went great, but I thought he talked funny because he was from Baltimore. So I met Joel and went to work in Joel's sales and marketing team alongside with Travis 30 years ago, right? And we sold, now we are Team Jerry. We are selling everything.
I was going to ask, when your first impression of Jerry Jones, were you like, even though you had the Arkansas connection, did you like Jerry? Did you say, this guy gets it, he's got a great mind? What was your impressions of Jerry in those early years?
Oh, I loved him. I mean, he's contagious. He lit the room up. You knew exciting things were going to happen. I mean, you can't deny that. No, I was fortunate to have been, again, Kelli from Lindell, from a very disciplined home and education. I was suited right for being a cheerleader under Suzanne's directorship and Tech Schramm. I was yes ma'am, thank you. And then when Jerry comes blazing through town, and I'm also developing a career, how great was it to get to work with where there were not rules, we were just making things happen. Everyone in our roles were new. All the department heads were new, and there were no no's. We sold barbecue sauce. Yeah, we were selling tickets, but we sold barbecue sauce. I remember Jerry decided he wanted to have a flea market. Remember that? And because he'd been to Pasadena, California, and saw the world's largest flea market, and we're the sales department, so guess what? Now we're selling space, booth space. And I loved it, but then we all realized this might not be such a good idea. Pasadena's in California. This is August, and it's on asphalt in a parking lot at Texas Stadium. We sold it, though. We sold it successfully, but it was... I liked selling football better.
You've told the story about the first meeting you had your yellow pad, and Jerry was in the room, and Jimmy Johnson's, who we had a few weeks ago at the Touchdown Club, but you had your yellow pad and you had your vision. It's not like you were starting from scratch. You had a reputable, really, a high-profile group, but you had your vision. What do you remember about that meeting with that first meeting?
I remember Jerry told me that do my job and everything else that comes. And that's exactly what I've been doing now, all those everything else's. But I did have a business role of trying to move the cheerleaders out of the red. We were a cost center. We were losing $250,000 every year. So I remember getting an old accounting ledger sheet, kind of that green and white paper with the little perforations on the sides. And I just thought, okay, what can I do to minimize expenses and maximize revenue and stay true to what I believe the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders' mission is in terms of community service and character building and world-class entertainment. But I also knew we had great teachers, great dance teachers like Wendy and Christy, who are here today. I knew we could teach dance, so we started youth dance camps. I knew dance competitions and cheer competitions were a huge industry, so we started a competition. I knew the girls could model, so we started doing swimsuit and more photography-based projects. I saw Sports Illustrated saying they had the most beautiful women in sports, and I'm like, bull. Those are $50,000 a day models you're hiring and wearing a string of bikini. I've got the most beautiful women in sports, and they really are in sports. We're going to do a calendar, and we're going to take on Sports Illustrated, and we did. And then our auditions, a big game changer was I knew that our auditions showcased beautiful, beautiful talent, and the girls are very technical dancers that compete with beautiful costumes and solos. And we had our local television that did a cable show on our auditions, but I wanted people to see the talent in our auditions. And that's actually how the CMT show started. And that was 16 seasons of television real estate that was a big success for our organization.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. But by the way, Jimmy Johnson was here, had a monster crowd, and a great connection with everything in Arkansas. I told him you were coming today, and said that you had sold more tickets than Lawrence Taylor, and that we were going to be honoring you today, just having a sellout crowd. So he sent a quick video at number 18. Anita, if you can, A quick little message from our buddy Jimmy Johnson, former Razorback and Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl champion.
Kelly, congratulations. I just want to say one thing. Dallas is known as America's team as much for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders as what it is for the football team. Congratulations again.
So Jimmy knows your value.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's start to talk about that. So CMT, I remember occasionally watching on CMT. I thought, well, okay, that was sort of fun. And you were on there. You're the longest running program on CMT. And I love the fact that means something to you.
It definitely did. Coach Johnson, man, you talk about a winner. I am blessed to even be in the same room with him. And he's a Razorback, right?
He's a Razorback, that's right. So you did 60 seasons with CMT, but the game changer was Netflix. And for those who don't know, we got a clip. Now, if you're watching this online, if you're listening to it on the buzz, you'll be able to hear it. In the room, you'll hear it, you'll see it. If you're watching on the stream, you won't be able to see it or hear it because it'll kick us off the air. But for those who maybe have not seen the show, this is the 2-minute promo that Netflix did for this past year. It gives you a sort of a snapshot of what this show is all about and why America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, has become the top 10 watched Netflix program in 27 countries. Anita, if you will.
We're a part of each other's lives forever now.
You know what we get to do? We're at each other's wedding.
You're like, when we make this team, we're going to make it together.
All right, we're going to take a break. It is 12:37. I want to watch the Netflix video with Baz. By video, I mean audio. But here's the thing. You can watch that at your leisure. And so I want you to do that. Kelli Finglass is a treat, though. It's been great to have her in Little Rock today. We got to take a time out, 12:37. Let's take a little break. And when we come back, we will maybe hit a red white report. We still have birthday trivia to knock out.
Yep.
But, man, what a good time having her here today. Pretty cool deal.
She's fun. Also, I want to tell you about my friends at Jones & Son, talking about pretty good deals. They got the best over there, best price you're going to find when it comes to fine jewelry. How do I know that? Because they back it up with a best price match guarantee. No matter where you find the brands, I'm going to go ahead and save time. You might as well start at Jones & Son. But let's just say you go out and shop around looking for a better price. It won't happen. But for the slim chance it does, they will match that price no matter what. Also, to Direct Diamond Importer, so they set their own prices. They're not worried about the competition at all. So it is just for you. Best quality rock at a fraction of the price and at a great design team as well. You want something unique that no one else has. All you have to do is talk to their design team over there at Jones & Son, and they'll make it happen. So anything you can imagine can fit perfectly on that ring, around your neck with the necklace, or wrist with the bracelet. Go talk to my team. They'll take care of you. Once again, the location, same place over 30 years, 11121 Rodney Parham Road. Go see my friends at Jones & Son.
UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine presents The Zone, broadcasting live from Pleasant Valley Country Club Thursday for the Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens. Justin and DJ will be at the course with interviews, leaderboard updates, and much more. The Zone live from the Simmons Bank Championship. Visit SimmonsBankChampionship.com for ticket information.
This is SportsCenter.
The World Series between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays is set as Toronto advanced past Seattle in Game 7 of the ALCS, beating them 4-3. The Blue Jays were down 3-1 until George Springer came to the plate in the 7th inning. Here's how it sounded. That was the game-winning hit, ultimately. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was named the ALCS MVP as across 7 games he had 10 hits and 3 home runs. This is the first time Toronto has made the World Series since 1993. Los Angeles is looking to repeat. The World Series will start on Friday at 7 on Fox. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
It's a great day for football. 2 rivals battling it out for a record-breaking crowd.
They're saying it's 1.5 billion.
Huh?
Wait, that's how much the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised for students since 2009. Because every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps students. They've given more than 822,000 scholarships and counting.
Okay, back to football. Two rivals.
This is winning, folks. Playing the lottery is a win for students and maybe you too. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Caleb Wooden gets in the zone with Justin and DJ, courtesy of Blue Collar Consulting, helping business owners lead with confidence and plan with purpose. Online at bluecollargrowth.com.
Paradise is found all this October at Southland Casino Hotel. Survive the odds at our Tiki Trials Island getaway, and you could escape on an all-inclusive tropical vacation or win your share of more than $100,000 in free play. Join us Saturdays in October and claim your island destiny. And on Fridays, our Tribe Vibe $100,000 free play giveaway offers free play prizes for you and your tribe members. Learn more at southlandcasino.com. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
I think my kid has what it takes to be a great college athlete.
Don't delay. Call Jay. Jay has represented 4- and 5-star athletes, serving all your NIL needs with a little extra. 501-951-1333. Don't delay. Call Jay.
Are you someone who tries to drive while distracted by your phone? Someone who props it up on the steering wheel or peeks down at it for a glance? Or just scrolls and scrolls? If so, you could be the next person to get into a fender bender, get a ticket, veer off the road, or even cause a crash that kills you or someone else. Enough with the phones already. Put them down and pay attention, or pay the price.
Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
Complete house demolition or small mess? Mission Site Services clears it, cleans it, and tears it down. Call them today to get on the schedule. Clean it up, clean it out, tear it down. Mission Site Services. Call 501-607-9283.
The Zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio is back. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, let's see what Justin Acri and DJ Williams have to say on the Buzz Radio Network.
Sugar and spice.
Welcome on back. I'll tell you real quick about my friends that are in a spot in their life right now where you're looking for a little more. You're trying to move forward and you feel stuck. Well, I got you covered. Best place to start, education. And what about some for free? Yes, I said free. All you have to do is visit your local Arkansas Adult Education Center to learn more information, whether you're looking for that GED, maybe get some more job training at your current job or a new one, they got you covered. Certified nursing assistant, commercial driver's license, certificate of welding, OSHA 10, M30, medical assistant. I can just keep going and going and going, much, much more. So take advantage of the free, yes, free classes and training on can increase your money-making potential, get you certified in great paying jobs, even improve your English language skills. All you got to do is call today to learn more about those free programs. They even offer night classes. 877-963-4433. That is 4GED. 877-963-4GED. Or visit them at dws.arkansas.gov/adult education.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
All right, well, we know Arkansas has a little more offensive prowess than Auburn, but what about the defense? Auburn giving up under 18 points a game, Arkansas right around 33 points allowed per game. Going to be one of the worst scoring defenses in Arkansas history. Can they do just enough this week to hold down Auburn? Here's Bobby Petrino's review of the defensive performance in the last outing against Texas A&M.
Defensively, we played with a lot of effort. Guys were running to the ball. We still have some assignment issues that opens up big plays, explosive plays for them. We missed too many tackles. Although we were getting to the football, we missed more tackles than we did the previous week at Tennessee, which was a thing we tried to build on and actually went in the wrong direction. But some of that is the guys we're trying to tackle too. That's a good football team. A&M's a good football team, experienced O-line. Their quarterback played really well for them. And we couldn't get off the field. If we could get one of those fourth down stops or we hold them to a field goal instead of a touchdown in the red zone, then we got a chance to win the game. But we're right there.
All right, there you go. He also talked a little bit about Arkansas getting over the hump. I mean, Auburn's looking to do the same thing. Both teams have been close. They've been competitive. They haven't been able to quite get the victories that they so desperately seek. Here's Coach's thoughts on getting over.
What we need to do now is be a little bit more consistent driving the ball and scoring touchdowns when we get in the red zone. When we have to settle for and take 3 points, I think it really hurts our opportunity to win the game. We've got to come up with some of the 3rd down and 4th down stops that could flip the game right there and give us that chance to go score get another possession and find a way to win the game. We've got to get some turnovers. We haven't had a turnover in a as the young kids say, we haven't had a turnover in a minute. Whatever the heck that means. My grandkids say it. It's been a minute. And I'm like, a minute? Feels like a year. We got to get some turnovers. Get some turnovers. We'll be a lot better.
I love that. That's great.
That was awesome.
That was great. That's good. Sorry I interrupted him. All right, that's that. From the D3 Auto Sales text line, then we'll take a break here. What was Eli talking about book-wise? It's called Ender's Game. It's a film you may remember from years ago.
I think it's Jeff Bridges.
I don't remember.
No.
Okay.
Ben Kingsley's in it, I believe. I think I was reading about.
I think that young kid's name. I can't remember his name.
Are we going to do birthdays or this segment or next?
I can do it at the end. We'll take a break here.
All right.
Opinion, fan, if it looks that Franklin or Silverfield aren't interested in Fayetteville, you're checking the board really should put Petrino on a 3-year review position and go public. Let the football program get in on future portal players quick. Defensive talent should be a priority with linemen. Get out the checkbook. Drag out a coaching search and hire a North Texas State coach is not a good move, is what he's saying. Okay. Yeah, well, you might be right. I don't think they're going to make a decision in the next week or two, but I could be wrong. Justin, does PV drain well? Brian, that's a great question. I don't know. I mean, I played out there after pretty heavy rains and when it was car path only. It was fine. So, yeah, I would say pretty well for a golf course. I would think it drains pretty fine.
When they do that, do they build it where the slopes help out with that, or do they put something underneath it?
I don't know how all the agronomy works on it, DJ. That's a good question, but maybe we'll get some word. I don't know. Maybe we get the super on this week while we're out there because we're going to be out there tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. Out of bounds is out there today. We're going to talk to Wes in a second. This person says Harrison Ford was in Ender's Game.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Yep.
All right, last break. Come back. We'll do some birthdays and check in with our guys who are out. I think this is the Caddies Challenge Day for the Simmons Bank Championship. So they're hanging out with those guys. And
yeah, that guy.
I just hope Retief Goosen's caddy finishes last.
Me too.
Thanks.
Distract your driving. It's a thing. Put your phones down out there.
Talking about golf still? Oh, you mean in a car. My driving seems distracted when I put it in the trees.
That's good. Put your phones down. All right, please pay attention to the roads. We got a message from our friends at the Arkansas State Police. They're not trying to ruin your day, but they will when it comes to a ticket to make sure that you keep safety a priority while out on the roads. Too many times people feel like they have to just check that text message. Some write a whole email. Some people will just watch movies or FaceTime while driving. What are we doing? Put it down. Focus on the road. If somebody has a problem and asks you, why didn't you pick up my phone call? All you have to say is, I was worried about my safety and other people around me on the road. So please, once again, we're just going to keep on reminding you. It doesn't hurt if we keep on saying it because we're trying to make sure you don't have an unfortunate decision that impacts people's lives in the wrong way. Let's do it the right way, y'all. Please put your phones down while driving. A message from our friends at the Arkansas State Police.
At Arkansas Spine and Pain, we believe one thing above all. When pain ends, life begins. Whether you're chasing a touchdown, a grandkid, or just chasing relief from chronic pain, we're here to help you get back in the game pain-free. Proud sponsors of the Little Rock Touchdown Club and proud to serve Arkansans who refuse to let pain win. Call Arkansas Spine and Pain today, 501-227-0184, because when pain ends, life begins. Arkansas Spine and Pain, ASAP.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Chef Frank Peter.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injections 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Looking for your next ride? Come on down to Hubbard Power Sports, your local, family-owned Can-Am and Sea-Doo dealer. We've got the latest and greatest Can-Am ATVs, side-by-sides, and spiders to power your weekend fun. And right now, get up to $3,500 off in rebates, plus in-store discounts, or financing as low as 0.99% on select models. Whether you're hitting the trails, working the land, or cruising in style, we've got what you never even knew you needed. On the road, on the water, or in the trails, we've got the ride for you.
You know their stories. You know their swings. For these icons, there's no slowing down in sight. Legendary action returns to Pleasant Valley Country Club in Little Rock, Arkansas for the Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens on October 24th through the 26th. Tickets on sale now at SimmonsBankChampionship.com.
The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio is back.
All right, we have just enough time for birthdays and me to tell you about Guadney Chevrolet. Glad you asked. I'm glad you asked, my friends. Guadney Chevrolet is located where? It's located out in Jacksonville, Arkansas. It's a short drive from the capital city. You know all these things, but it's also fall time. Big savings are happening at Guadney Chevrolet. Prices are falling. The leaves are falling. It's a fall festival of savings on select 2025 and 2026 models, including those Silverados from $36,500. $36,500, you heard it right. Drive the all-new Equinox for under $28,000 as well. It's a brand-new car. Lease at Track starting at $249 a month. You need a new car and you need a low payment? That's your answer. $249 a month on a new Trax. How about $3,700 do it signing on that as well? But here's the other thing. Got pre-owned deals, available sales tax paid on select inventory. So you buy the car, they'll take care of the tax. Beautiful. Visit GuadneyChevrolet.com or stop by 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Basically, if you go north from the capital city, get off at the James Street exit, you drive in, look for the big, beautiful American flag. Especially on a day like today, you pop on the lot. Great day to walk around, look at the cars, test drive a couple, find the one you want, drive away happy. It's the way they do it. At Guadney Chevrolet, go see them. They'll treat you like family. They've been doing it since 1957. Let's do some birthdays.
Birthday trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
All right, today is the beginning of the NBA season, and I got a little NBA trivia for your boys to start off here. We're going to play for Christian. What do you want to give away today? Tickets to the Simmons Bank Championship?
Yes, sir.
Simmons Bank. We do have a pair of Auburn, Arkansas tickets to give away later this week also, and we'll do that tomorrow. Christian, DJ, here we go. Let me give players at 661-1037 tickets to go see some pro golf out at Pleasant Valley. 501-661-1037.
We got one
John,
on the line. Line two.
Christian.
Okay. Line two can be with DJ.
Yep, I see him. Okay. All right. On this day in history, the New York Knicks, or Knickerbockers if you prefer, retired their first ever number. It was number 19 for Willis Reed. Since then, they have retired. Walt Frazier's 10, Dave DeBuscher's 22, Bill Bradley's 24, Patrick Ewing's 33, and Earl the Pearl Monroe's 15. Also, Red Holtzman's coaching number, 613, and another number 15 for Dick McGuire have also been honored. So the question is, what year did the Knicks retire Willis Reed's number?
Christian?
Okay, I'll guess first. I'll go 78.
A little low. 81.
76, Christian. Well done. All right. This woman's real name is Who's on line 2? Do you know?
I do not know their name. But
Okay.
if you're
Line 2,
hearing
hang on.
us, you're on.
Yep, you're good. This woman's real name is Amala Ratna Zandil.
Zendaya?
No.
Is this
Dilamini.
Cardi B?
Amala Ratna Zandile Dilamini.
Megan Thee Stallion.
She's a singer. They call her the queen of pop rap.
Pop rap.
I don't know
Missy
that I
Elliott?
knew that before today.
The
She
queen of pop rap.
has a song
Nicki
called
Minaj?
So High. No.
What's that girl's name?
Her
She-
second
did she just
studio
win a
album was
Grammy?
Hot Pink.
M.I.?
Nope. She has a song called Say So. It's remixed with Nicki
Doja Cat.
Minaj. Doja Cat is
Doja
exactly
Cat.
right, Christian.
Never
That
knew that
name
was
is
her
wild,
name.
isn't it? Amala Ratna Zandile
Yeah, Doja Cat's a good way to go.
Dilamini. How old is Doja Cat?
Doja Cat is 28.
Christian.
29.
She's 30. When I say reality star, this should be the first name
Kim
that comes to
Kardashian.
mind. That's exactly right. How old is she?
Kim K is, man, she's 48 today?
No.
46.
45. This woman is a television judge.
Judge Judy.
That's right. How old is Judge Judy?
Miss Judy
Miss Judy.
is
Big cliffhanger.
72.
No.
She's 81.
Terrible guess, DJ. 83.
Oh.
And last but not least, this man is an actor.
Tom Hanks.
And much
Steven
like his
Seagal.
co-star, he's a pretty face, and maybe not a lot more.
John Stamos.
Oh, Glenn Powell.
Co-star in Anyone But You, Glenn Powell. I think he's not a good actor, but he's handsome.
not.
I think Sydney Sweeney although Sydney Sweeney's shown some range.
He's the
but
male
she's been in a
equivalent.
couple of she's been in a couple of empty-headed roles. But like in Euphoria, I've seen some clips from that, and man, she's really good.
Man, she's great in Euphoria.
Glenn Powell is the birthday boy, 37 today, so it's over. That's it. You won. Going away, Christian. Good job. DJ, thanks for showing up.
No problem.
All right, appreciate everybody here at the Touchdown Club. Thanks to Arkansas Spine and Pain. Let's check in with our guys out at Pleasant Valley Country Club. I know Wes and Joe are kicking it out there because 3 days are just not enough for out of bounds. They need to be out there for the caddy shootout as well. Wes, what's going on out there? Uh-huh. Yeah? Okay.
Hey, how you
There he
guys
is.
doing?
What's up, freak? Good, man.
Hey,
What's happening?
Everything's it's a little calm right now, but it's about to heat up out here. We're just sitting here at the broadcast location, and it is a great location. Nice sunny day, got breeze coming through. We're going to talk to Fernando Carmona coming up to begin the show.
Great.
So we're going to hear what Fernando has to say, and just see what the breakdown was from the game and moving forward. Talk to him about Auburn.
All right. Want to remind everybody, too, one last thing here. Regional recycling is going on over at the parking lot across from Simmons Bank Arena. So if you've got some electronics you need to get rid of, including computers, they will shred the hard drive. All that is safe. They do it until 2 o'clock today, 7 a.m. to 2 o'clock tomorrow as well. So if you're looking to get rid of some electronics, clean out your garage, and also keep these items out of the dump, go do your diligent duty for the environment and the community and stop by and see our friends at Regional Recycling.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter agents Jay Vandover, Steve Ferguson, or Alex Blake in Little Rock today.